For the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, wherever you are with a Vincentian state of mind. Is yours truly, Carlyle.
It's Ctview Multimedia Saturday Show on radio. 90.3, 96.7, 101.3, Nights Radio.
Chicago to come, Tokyo to come. When I come, 'cause when I dead, I done. Like a man on the run, no one tongue to tie me down. I live by a strict motto. When it's time to go, I have to go. I'm going to Kingston to come. I'm going to Houston to come. I'm going to Philly to come. Charlotte Mali to come. To Spain to come. La Romaine to come. When I come. Got to spread myself around. When I reach back home to SPG, have a little more patience with me. Them Vincy folks, you know them already. They send little things for their family. So I'm going to Georgetown to come. I'm going to Bridgetown to come. I'm going to Mesco to come. I'm going to Chateau to come. Sandy Bay to come. Beckway to come. When I come. 'Cause when I dead, I done. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm going to come. 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 I'm coming. 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 I'm coming.
One good Beckett deserve another. One good Beckett deserve another. How's about a little horn? How's about a little horn? Yeah, man. 2% radio, 98% love. 12 minutes on the downside of 10 o'clock. Yeah. More Beckett, more Beckett, more Beckett. Where are you?
They take with Susan, they take with Joan, they take with Bridget, they take with Soviet. They treat me without respect. Now it's on, they won't forget what goes wrong. On for them, comes wrong. On for them, those who on for them, shall be on for them. They will think I'm crazy, on for them. Sheriff and deputy, on for them. Mean like a bull cattle, all man in trouble, a worse than a unicorn. And now from Cape Horn, vengeance I must reveal is on till this queen. What goes wrong, on for them, comes wrong, on for them. Those who on for them, shall be on for them. They will think I'm crazy, on for them. Sheriff and deputy, on for them.
Checking in on the live, Yeah. Bobo from Puerto Rico. Yeah, good morning. Winston Jambon. on. My good buddy, my namesake. The King. Doug King Howard. Like a out my head. I wonder if I can't call her name yet. Boy! 2% radio, 98% love. You're tuned in, you're turned on to the national turned on station in the nation. 90.3, 96.7, and 101.3. They think I'm crazy. They got think I'm crazy. Think I'm crazy. Yeah, man. Bobo again. Bobo on the WhatsApp. Yeah. Don't forget the WhatsApp number, 498-3802. Yeah, give me a shout. Let me know where you're locking in from. Gonna take a break and be right back. Sorry. Oops.
The one to be reckoned with. It's the place for the best in mattresses in all sizes, upholstery foam for your cushions and seats in all sizes, all types of pillows, toilet tissue, a long range of soft drinks including Futa, Buster, Orchard, canned and bottled Coca-Cola and Sprite, and Trini fresh orange juice, plus the very best saltfish on the market, all priced to meet your pocket. It's located opposite Greenfinger at Upper Middle Street in Kingstown and opens Mondays to Saturdays, 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. It's the place where quality matters and the price on your side. Jennifer Shiverton's Wholesale. Call 456-2814. That's 456-2814.
Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope. Pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies, please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway. Have it your way.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world? And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and Billy Ark. I said, bye, Carl Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch discs, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Now let's be real. We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right. We cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lanes number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loans, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Now's the perfect time. District Stairs huge independent sale. Get up to 45% off on selected items, including luxury vinyl planks, waterproof laminate, crown molding, baseboards, and more. So whether you're transforming your floors or adding the perfect finishing touch with elegant trims, we've got you covered. Hurry on in today. These deals won't last long. Visit District Stairs in the Russell Shopping Mall at Stony Grounds and turn your home into the masterpiece it deserves to be. District Stairs, quality you can trust, prices you can afford. Call us right now, 456-7649.
Need a well-balanced meal? Check Finity Restaurant and Catering Services in Paul's Avenue, opposite SVG General Services Limited. We offer takeaway and delivery services. We provide a variety of choices for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, and local juices rich in vitamin C. We offer pastries, rotis, doughboy, banana bread, and much more. For the best in cakes for that special occasion, whether it is birthday, anniversary, weddings, or need a velvet, cheesecake, chocolate, or any other, check Foodfinity in Paul's Avenue. For orders and delivery, call Foodfinity at 784-456-1344 in Paul's Avenue or Munzie's at 784-526-8063.
Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Don't offer a lecture to a person who needs a hug. Yeah, I need a hug. I don't need a lecture. Yeah. Don't offer a lecture to a person that needs a hug. Another one says, the only place where your dreams are impossible is in your own thinking. Another one says, impossible is for the unwilling. Welcome to the Mission Impossible section of the Ctview Saturday Show. Until my last breath, I would give thanks unto the Lord in thought, word, and deed, no matter my circumstance. In times of joy, in times of peace, in times of war, in times of trouble. Whatever. I will give thanks unto the Heavenly Father. Amen. Because with prayer comes faith. With faith comes confidence. With confidence comes action. Action with perseverance and strength. We try our best to try our best and ask the Almighty Father to help me with the rest. Gregory Emmanuel's quote. Lord, help me to dwell in the awareness of your goodness and mercy each day. And may I be a vessel of your love to others. Open my eyes to recognize your leading in every circumstance and teach me to follow after you. Amen. Well, condolences. Boy, I just got a message. Says, Mr. Oti Mears would have been celebrating his birthday today. Well, condolences goes out to you guys. Condolences goes out to you guys. And also condolences. Well, I know Jasmine, but I know she have a brother. Minty's name is, and Malcolm. She's going to be buried today in Georgetown. Sorry I can't make it. Condolences to the family of Mrs. Malcolm, who passed away. Yeah, Mrs. Malcolm was a good friend of my mother's. Get well wishes. Former spiritual leader in the state of Florida. Yes, Mr. Jonathan Weeks. My father, Jonathan Weeks, is not doing too well. Get well soon, Father Weeks. Also, Doug Howard, he's getting better. He's getting better day by day. He touched base with me this morning. Jan George. Yes. Best wishes goes out to you. Leon Big Samuel. Leroy Mulrain. Granville Straker, Eddie D. Freitas, Sil McIntosh. The big ups. Irie Anello, Irie Hanaway, Annie Christopher, Marcus Martin, Wade Jackson, Lance Douglas, Boy Dragon. Yeah. My cousin did. I'm a cousin. Yeah. Baylis Frederick, Tant Comejang. That's my family. The Calico Massive and Crew. B. Woodsy. Yeah. Inspector Gadget. Cheetah. Yeah. Who else I remember from Calico? Yeah. Well, Angie not there no more. Yeah. Calico Massive and Crew locked on. Good morning. Yeah, is it all morning, boy? He's got the glasses and top of head. It's me, Carlyle. Mr. Keith Miller, Sally from Glen, Cousin Carlos, Splinters, Guy Lowe, Ivan DuPont, aka Tempest, Sherry Licious, Kwame, Sip, Young Blood, Uncle Ian, Malicious, Millicent, Douglas, Barry, Caden, Braden, and Never, Kevon, Giselle, Elvis in Baltimore, Pincham, what name Pincham? I see Pincham this weekend. Yeah. Big up to you, Pincham. Yeah. Mrs. Alexis, beautiful Mrs. Alexis, my big sister dearest. Donna in New York City, baby. Uncle Phoebe in New York City, Mrs. Bland in New York City, Byrne and Mrs. Alexander in New York City. Huggy from the East, Woody, Brooker, Trevor, NBP Boots, the Shepherd family from Kittle Beach, Brooker, Trevor, the uncles at CNR Enterprises, Mr. Lewis from CNR Enterprises, Patrina and Rihanna from CNR Enterprises, Lance and the crew at Jennifer Shepperton Wholesale, including Miss Harry. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Ruthie, 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 Ruthie. That sorry was bad, you know. Wait until they go come. I gotta shake him down. Yeah. Ruthie, Rana, Roger, Beverly, Shadi, Pascal, Mrs. what? Massive and crew from the New Montrose Hotel. Massive and crew at Randy's Drinks Depot. Mrs. Cambridge at Jamar General. Eva, Altena, Shidi, Sturdy, Ray, E.K.E., Woody, Trevor, Slimtastic. I see Slimtastic yesterday, yeah. Slimtastic is Jaleesa Miller with the chicken, yeah. Ain't she Slimtastic for real? Malay you peeps, yeah, man. Wilfred Brown, Nathan, Kello, Maggie! Hey, Maggie had a massive dance last week, boy. Gee whiz. Too cool was rocking the house. Marty, Joanna, Mrs. D, Indy, Aisha, Taiwan. Spent some time with Mrs. D yesterday, boy. Yeah, I gave hug up and kiss and thing in a gee whiz. Glady, Diggity Dam, Angel Monet, Shabazz, Snap Soul, Nyron on the highway. Wherever you are with the Vincentian state of mind locked in. Good morning, and good morning to you. Let me see. Somebody saying, good morning from Villa Carlisle. Yeah, good morning. Let me see the picture, boy. Gee whiz. Let me see what Villa look like. Villa look nice. Oh, no, it's a little girl with a lobster. Okay. All right. Yeah. And Ctview believes good ideas deserve good company. Therefore, a good company deserves good ideas because success is the potential destiny of our creative thought. We combine artistry with today's technology to go from concept to reality under the theme is when you do well, we look good. When you do well, we feel good. And to quote one of my favorite music groups, every thought is a dream rushing by in a stream, bringing life to the kingdom of doing. And also, recently departed Falls Avenue residences. When actions stand up, man with good ideas, with just good ideas, I have to sit down. Yeah, man. In other words, don't just talk about it, be about it. Mission Impossible. 29 minutes on to 11 o'clock. Time check brought to you with the kind compliments of Games Pharmacy. Games Pharmacy, located on Back Street, opposite Star Garage. Opening hours 7 a.m. until midnight. Ain't it good to know? Hey, Jimmy Shibard, sometimes we go late, you know. Yeah. 7 days a week. 7 a.m. until midnight. Guaranteed. Games Pharmacy. 529-3482 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them, Carlos, thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Accent Dental. Accent Dental recently moved to Lower Kingstown Park. It used to be in the Kenmars Mall. Accent Dental, opening hours 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. Now in Lower Kingstown Park, opposite the St. Martin School. Yeah. Telephone number to call 528-6997. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Express Data Systems Limited. Express Data Systems Limited. She says, Carlisle, tell them about the HP DeskJet Advantage 2775. Perfect Christmas gift. Yeah. Wireless printing from your phone, your tablet, or your computer. Yeah, man. Only $3.95 when you tell them you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. 456-1128 is the number to call. Opening hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. See, it pays to listen to the Ctview Saturday Show. Yeah. Money in your pocket. Money in your pocket. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smithy's Apartment and Auto Rentals. Airport pickup. 455-0637 or email them at brentonG509@gmail.com. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Flick Pest Control. Remember, one flick and they're gone. Flick Pest Control, located on the Pets Building on Bay Street. Yeah. Remember, one flick and they're gone. You got wood lice in your pocket. You got ants in your sugar pan. Give Flick a call, 457-1857. And don't forget, free on-site inspection in Kingstown and surrounds. And even if you're not in Kingstown and surrounds, you too can qualify from the free on-site inspection, where you pay upfront for the inspection fee. But once you sign up for the service, it disappears from your final bill. One flick and they're gone. Flick terms and conditions apply. 457-1857 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Sound Blast Entertainment. Sound Blast Entertainment. No, it's a stage. Yeah, now we're the own stage. Yeah. I saw something from Sound Blast just now. Hold on. Let me link it up. Please note that Sound Blast can now supply the following. Stage with a maximum size of 36 by 36 or 220 by 20 simultaneously. Maximum height 1 to 5.5 feet. Too large 30 or 40 foot rigged canopies simultaneously. Tents, large or small sound systems. We can supply 16 line array tops for large events or broken down to size for smaller events. Adequate lighting for any event. LED furnitures and bars. We also do own electronic screens, and we have necessary arrangements to provide if necessary. Yeah. A little something from Sound Blast. Yeah. Inside information. Yeah. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. Check them out for mattresses and pillows. And yes. You don't need to come to town to do business with Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. Yeah, they deliver. Wednesdays and Saturdays on the leeward side. Tuesdays and Thursdays on the windward side. 456-2814 is the number to call. Check them out for 3 Horses Malt, for ginseng upper, for cool kids, for energy drinks, for turbo, for fruit, for potatoes and onions, for pear tracks, for solo, for Mountain Dew, and more. 456-2814. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time Center General Store, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Daswani. 25 years of clock and watch repair in SVG, located in the Kenmars Mall. 455-6735 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Nice International Logistics, shipping, packaging, and moving. When you can't wait to the barrel when you need it now. Nice. 347-500-9142. Boston 617-594-2283. Right here in SVG 784-455-5600. Nice International. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smart Solutions. Smart Solutions, located upstairs. Upstairs, the Reliance building. Specializing in electronic repairs from phones to tablets to desktop computers and even some smart TVs with special focus on Apple products. Get smart. Smart Solutions. 527-9073 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. And, of course, to advertise in the City View Saturday Show, the number to call is 491-9140, because it's when you do well, we look good. When you do well, we feel good. Yes. Should be starting next week sometime. And we are embarking on a new advertising initiative. It's called Around the Town Deals, where we come to your place of business, call into the radio station stating where we are, and go live on Facebook. Go live on Facebook, special highlighting your products and services. Yeah. Should be on the road. Should be on the road with that. And hopefully on Tuesday, God's willing. Yeah, man. Another prayer. Jesus, I trust in you. My God, I love you. You always provide for me. You always protect me. You're always there for me. There is no way I can run to escape your presence. And that is why I should confidentially put my trust in you. Forgive me for the times I haven't done that. Please change my heart so that I can put you first in my life. Amen. Wow. Okay, in the news. All right, something just popped in. Yeah. Well, you ain't getting service like this from nobody else. Let me see. Something just popped in. Yeah. Yeah. The man says, this thing is suitable for the home. The 2775 all-in-one printer. Let me zoom in. Print speed, 7.5 pages per minute in black. Yeah. Print quality, black, 1200 by 1200 DPI. Yeah, automatic document feeder, no. Print wirelessly, yes, available at Express Data Systems, located Lower Kingstown Park, open on Monday. Yeah. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. All right, there was something else. Was there something else? Yeah. It says a secure desktop printer for custom brokers. Point of sale desktop office secretary now available at Express Data Systems. Yeah. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. I'm going to have to put that. Yeah. All right, it says I also got some desktop, some specials on desktop for $900. Yes. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Yeah, man. Okay. Like I said, I saw one of Oti's sons would have posted that, today his father would have been celebrating his birthday. Yeah. There's something wrong with my file. There's something wrong with my file. Yeah, and like I told you, TikTok is being sued. Oh yeah. All right, okay. It updated on my phone, but not on the tablet. I don't know. They want me to strain my eyes. Check the back page of the Vincentian. Yours truly. Yeah, they give me the whole back page. Yeah, that story on the back page of the Vincentian. Yeah, that's yours truly. Frankie's musical journey chronicle. Yeah. But sip and nice it up. But yeah. Mm. All right. What else is here? Well, boy, that Nemo thing, that Nemo notice gave me a scare. Nemo notice gave, yeah, I guess would have gave everybody a stare, but I guess all is all, because I was waiting for the results of the, when they test the chemicals to see the chemical compounds and what's not and what's not, but seems like everything is all right. Yeah, man. Okay. Moving right along. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, yeah, and those of you follow my Facebook, you would notice that I'm doing birthday blasts. Let me see who celebrated today. Let me see. Rastaman I. Yeah, Rastaman I. I remember he celebrated today. Yeah, Rastaman I. Berisol Williams and Robert Richards. Also celebrated today. Yeah. I also posted something for the first time. Something where we call SVG Crime Watch. SVG Crime Watch. There's Mr. Jeffron Nanton from Barrowley who was stabbed around 11 p.m. last night. Yes, that news popped in. Yes, and don't forget, if you see news, send it to yours truly. Yeah. SVG Crime Watch. We're gonna get rid of this problem one way or another. Yeah. Present time in St. Vincent the Grenadines is 10:45. It's time for me to fade this down and uh, say where there's a will. There is no mission impossible. It's all in your mind. Leon Big Samuel, it's your turn to burn.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Though the way that may seem it right unto you dismay.
Good morning to you, Carla.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
I am good, my brother. I'm very, very good.
All right.
I want to use this opportunity to hail up my friend Joel Providence and say good morning to you, Joel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that you are, I believe I should say that you are listening, because you make this a program that you pay attention to, and we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Yeah, and I know you would want to join me in wishing. He's gone with the great beyond, but
yes, but I heard it.
Yes.
My mentor, one of my mentors, Uti. The Almighty continue to rest your soul as you rest. You continue to rest in eternal peace. My friend, my mentor and brother, take care. Now, let me use the opportunity to say good morning to all the regular listeners. How can I forget Isa and Randy Clark, the craftsman. He did something special for me, one of our special forces who has been there for me, namely Bailey. I wanted to thank you, Randy Clark, and our good friend Isa, and all the other listeners who are out there listening. But the reason why I call out Joel, Carly, last week, as you know, I do listen to their program. This is not a joke. I do listen to their program long as I have the time. I did listen to the program. I like how he said that he used the right adjective when he said the reintroduction of the best village competition. And that's a fact. But the only thing that he would have nearly put his foot in his mouth, but I want to also thank Pigeon for correcting him and say, no, the best village competition was not doubt out by the NDP, it was doubt out by this administration. It was doubt out by Ralph, because by Ralph administration, it was doubt out the best village competition. It was amazing. It was an amazing way the NDP would have come up with to help to keep the country clean and looking like make the villages them look like a place to want to be. So thanks, Pijan. Thanks for making that correction, because I listen for these things, and yes, I like to correct him and tell him it was discontinued by Ralph and his government. Now, last week when I spoke about Fegan, I didn't mean for you to give Fegan time. What I was merely doing, Carla, was to really show persons the kind of heart I have. Carla, is no one can get me to think different about you unless we can prove it, unless you have done things and said something to prove it if before my very face. I don't go down and kind of road, Carla. That's the reason why I make mention of Fegan last week and the $50 that he would have sent and how much I cherished it, because really and truly came in at a time, Carla, when I was really down to the ground and really needed it. So, Carla, and there are some people in my life that I just cannot forget. People like MacArthur Robertson. If, for some reason, one of MacArthur's child or his wife or anybody in difficulties, and I have what it takes to help, I will jump. They didn't have to ask. As long as I know, I will jump and deal with it. So too is Philmo Isaac. Philmo Isaac is one of those individuals too. So too is Diana Baptiste. Oh, and Carl, before I forget though, this week is the case. We have a fair judge to face. Oh, Ralphie, what we are going to do? Oh, Ralphie, next week, I like no so Carl, the case would have been heard. You know what I mean? Maybe we're just waiting for the verdict, because I know this cannot be case here. We're not going to get verdict immediately. You're not going to get immediate verdict. You might have to wait a while. You know what I mean? But next week, I like this time, so the case is over. You know what I mean? Coming up. So these people have been there. People like that, as I said, there was people like Diana Baptiste, the lady I bought those land from, and I really wish that we could have found a way to devise that persons could have listened to. If they can't even come to the courthouse, because I said it's an open court, but the courtroom is small, they can't hold everybody. They like as much persons to hear and follow this case. Because people will be amazed. I'm going to elaborate on what King Kong is going to do. And thank you, King Kong. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to you and your son and Jomo. You all have done an amazing job. Trust me, what I'm hearing, I'm satisfied. You all have done a great and amazing job. Thanks to you guys. Wonderful job. So I only wish that we could have found a way to get it brought, like maybe live on Facebook or anything, so persons could have see and heard what was really done to get bigger bigs. Mash up bigger bigs. I cannot forget these things. And I said, people like MacArthur and Philmo and Diana and Bishai and all those other people that have got command before and did their part when we get Ralph to go into the parliament and try some. Well, I would say try, because he didn't really complete the whole process, because it was all about the land they wanted. When I watch him on TV, Wednesday and the Carlisle and SVD TV News, and see how Ralph is reading up and behaving like a real actor. Ralph I tell you, St. Vincent is too small, to have too much a small budget for Ralph. Ralph needs to go on Hollywood. There's the Ralph need to go. One of the biggest actors. When I saw how he reeling up and talking about the Black Star Liner, and we should don't how much ship. And even see, I want to do all that. In knocking down people are making the process too, and people microphone, in knocking it down in the process. Because you have to pitch yourself and pitch your hand there and pitch yourself. And I tell you, I say, well, look at that day. Look at that day. Trust me. I couldn't believe Ralph said it. And Joel, please, I must talk to this man. Tell Ralph and Dr. Richard, I want to thank you because you're one of the first person when Bing took me on the program who said the morning when it was giving you commentary, said like this, you wish bigger on this project well and you hope bigger continue to add to it because you know you could have feel the energy of the project. That is why you're going to just know. People, feel the project. If somebody really into the project, they feel the energy of it. And he Dr. Richard felt it. So he said, bigger, and that's what I've been doing for all years. I didn't just wrote the EU almost 11 years ago and just left it there. Every time I keep on adding to it. And now, what now? Agriculture is everything. We had a big seminar here in St. Vincent. And here we're talking about how long, maybe it's how long the first country would have gotten independent. Since 1962, he said. Ralph, hear this. It would have been nice, but it's too late now because I done with you. It would have been nice. So it's Friday, we'll do it. Dr. Ray Friday and his team is who will do it. It would have been nice if you could have, when I had this big time seminar in St. Vincent, and I make several attempts to go and photocopy and see if I could have carried those things to give away at this seminar they had then. But I'm going to leave them there alone. Leave them alone because right now, what you want to see is the back of Ralph. We don't want nobody to go to take up anything, and next thing you hear they run, try to see if they could see how they could try to run with your idea. So leave it alone right there. Leave it alone. Because it would have been nice, Ralph, if you could have gone down to Yambu. I will show you Isaac Day. Isaac is the most narrowest part of that same Yambu River. We call it Isaac, we just call it. Between Isaac, right there, we could start the dam. And this is the steepest part. When it don't care how much the dam water rises, it's not going to interfere with nobody dwelling or living. You build the dam right there to start the hydro. To get what you call power. And rather, this is the reason I'm so mad about with you and that you're so mal, that you willfully muck it up. That the people are saying you cannot benefit from it. But I will not leave you alone just someone around because it was willfully done by you and your administration, especially by you. Because power is the lifeblood of any country. That if you want a country to grow and go forward, you need power. So show them where we were going to get the cheap, because getting power from hydro is even cheaper than fossil fuel, Cheaper than fossil fuel. So they would have seen where the power going to come to run that plant. They would have explained to them again that we are going to cover the whole roof. Because down there is a very hot place. Okay, I went to a hotter area than Yambu, because it's very close to sea and everything, to get solar power. The plant itself would have, when it designed, because the drainage there, it was done by Vandalson map. A guy from writing Mexico here too. Mexico has done talented people. I think it is somewhere in Jamaica or wherever they know. Have a PhD in architecture. He is who has drawn that, and as News Network father is who organized it to get it done. But he gone, the Almighty blessed soul he is now too. So we're not just talking. This is a thing that is on paper, that is ready, just ready to be go to carry forward by the right administration. But Ralph, I don't want to work with you again. Period. That out now. That is over now. So we would have go down there and show them, Ralph. So you're talking about and show them how we're going to build a 700 feet long building, Ralph, and show how the process is going to start. When I knew to myself that the farming community of St. Vincent is weak, since John Julian said that agriculture is Columbus time, and you still wonder why agriculture is anyway it is. That's what I said to the people them. It's Columbus time. It's a thing of the past. No people can't get food and and having all the big time a seminar now. Waste of time. But luckily, what I'm claiming for And Carl, I'm feeling good about it. I would have put pen to paper at the time when Ralph had his foot in my throat. It killed me when I wrote that project. And I bigged up myself. I'm feeling good about it because now I saw it was coming from a further distance to the Almighty Creator. That agriculture is where the whole region has to go. And you're talking about Black Star Line now. We should not have more Black Star Line because it's independence in 1962, Ralph. But I'm getting it download from SVD TV because I'm going to make a reel for people to see your behavior. When the EU endorsed the project, I endorsed the idea and tell me to bring it to you and the agriculture minister. I carried it and they treated it like nothing and they never responded to me. So Vincent Chan, Ralph need to go if he wants him to grow, literally and figuratively. Ralph has to go. Because Carla, I hear how him talking about, I want the Black Star Line are going to go. You're going to be Black Star Line to do what? You got facilitated ground for Black Star Liners to run. Hey, what? Ralph, I had already conceptualized that already and send that to the EU Director General. And this is not a paper pushing person who responded to me. It's not a paper pusher at the EU. They talk about the Director General of the EU, We have already let them know that our way, because the plant is so huge, it's a huge plant. Vincent Chan cannot produce food to run that, to feed that. So what I intend to do at the same time? Now is when you have a kind of refrigerator container refund. You got a self-driven badge that could carry at least between 8 and 12 months container. You just want the appropriate size. Because the project, all of it come out in the project, when the project is put together, all of it come out, what will be the appropriate ship to run that, to run between, with containers, going between St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, and now me here talking about Guyana, which is a good thing. So if you reach up to Guyana, to haul food come down and process here, because we all like CARICOM. And then what they're talking about there. This is not a joke thing. The people who understand economics know what I'm saying, Ralph, because this is something that is endorsed by Dr. Wendell Samuel, to my brother too, and Dr. Well, I just calling him a while ago, Richard. Those persons have seen it and get and understand where I'm going with it. But people like yourself and so on can't see it, Ralph. Because, you know why? Because Allah is too wicked and evil. Anybody at all, unless you want to come up, that's all intend, that would destroy them, to keep all the foot in a big throat. But I will continue to fight out as the call I say. Only me alone could create limitation on me, not all you. Because as I said, that project was written in all my pain when you make me move to destroy me and me children them. So I am not going to back down, Ralph. This project will come under the NDP. And that is the reason why I keep on saying like this, Carla. I'm not joking about the NDP did within this election. Because, Carla, I know about what candidate can do, and that's the reason I'm so skeptical about candidates. Carla, we have a place in Richmond Park that you call Ground Zero. That myself and Paro, good to see you, Paro. Good to see you. I tell you, I'm so happy I saw you, Paro. And I like how you came and you confront me and said, but I didn't forget you, Paro, because I mentioned you already. Maybe not last week, or when the last time I spoke. But I mentioned you, Paro. Paro was my electronic man. And Morgan, but I forget to mention Morgan. Morgan is the man who's go to Rabaka to look for stone at our lands up there to when we put it on the toilet. We get a place like Ground Zero up and running. Till they just said at one time, Carla, Marqua campaign 2009 and 2010 was the best organized and best run. He made that listen, remember he said that. Because you know what, Carla, I never used to wait on anybody for no party money to do nothing. We want a system. I pushed my pocket and wrote a check myself, the Sheen in Annesville, and buy a system with 4 hands. The biggest one he had. The best one he was carrying. I asked him, wrote the check over my own checkbook, and buy that system. Whenever when the Ground Zero repairing, I repair Ground Zero out of my pocket. It's a shame now when I see how Ground Zero look. Gongzi is the only constituency who has a means to generate his own funds. But because of candidates who lazy, why Gongzi rate is the way it is, and we never done take out. We supposed to take out Ralph in 2009, 2010 was done take out Ralph. But because you got persons who wasn't really holding the weight, that is the reason why you're still in power, Ralph. Because Ralph, my intention was to take you out. Trust me. If he called me penny, I didn't mind. I spent money dust in the election in Marqua 2010. I spent money dust, Carl. I didn't because I was afraid. It's like I was investing. I was making an investment in a part of my business. So I didn't delay. I invested heavily. So they came out here, he and Julian and Ralph come out there. But big war rubber car. Me no want something. Me don't got a Julian and your own rubber car. Me no want rubber car. Me no want it. It's mine. It's mine. Not that I want it. When you're talking nonsense, but anyhow, you and I want you to be there when King comes to dinner this week. Trust me. But I want rubber car. When Ralph go to Richland Park in the same constituent, in the same village that the candidate live. You don't say a word to the candidate. Deal with bigger bigs. You already deal with bigger bigs. But me no back in no. So this time now, Carly, I say this, Carly, and somebody come and tell me, Lee, I mustn't get involved. Me not getting involved in nothing. I have what you call Irish. I have an Irish twin. I have an Irish twin, Carly, in West King, in West St. George. There's where my Irish twin, my last set of children live with the mom. And the whole entire family is from West St. George. So I have that alone give me so my entire family, my biggest part of my family in St. Vincent, right now, that is in St. Vincent, live in West St. George. So I have a right to offer my opinion. Me not say that's what I have to do. So I was talking about Louise, Tom Mitchell's daughter, Bing's wife. And if I want to give to say something, I don't want to create any problem for the NDP. I just want the NDP to win. That's all I want. The NDP must win this election and send Ralph home. That's all I want. Because as I said, I don't really want nothing from the NDP. No, I don't want nothing from the NDP. I am so happy that this case is calling before the NDP even get into office. Because when you don't win Ralph, a lot of people will want to say, oh, because no. I want to win when Ralph's in power. In his last 3 months of power, I want to win, and we will win this week. So I'm telling you. So with that give me enough. So because the Irish twins, whole entire family is from West St. George. Okay? So that alone give me a right that I could speak. Because you have some people who feel to themselves, only them alone, who shall have an opinion. So for me, if Louise wants to run, she should be given a fair chance too. So the gentleman, the young man. But it must not make him feel like if he is overlooked or left aside. And he must always be shown that if they will say, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if Louise want to come out on top, no, he must always be placed in a position. That is what I said. When somebody can confront me, don't confront me. I'm not joking. I know what candidates can do in an election. That's the reason why Maraqua is still in that position till now, because I did everything possible was to make sure that Ralph didn't get back there, didn't get back in power. And the result show that had the candidate came out and worked harder, would have get with a girl in already. Wicked girl in the
Biggs, you gotta wrap up for me. I got we're pushing time.
No
yes.
problem, Carl.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so you take care, my brother. So I will put it there, Carl.
Okay.
And I thank you and Dougie for the time that I have been giving and getting on this program here, because I really cherish it. I appreciate it. I mean, and abuse it. So take care, Carl.
Boy, before you go, boy. Yesterday, thanks to Miss Ruth Reddock, I had a sorrel. I had a flashback, boy. You know, we gotta do something. You know? Oh gosh.
Don't worry, Carl. Don't worry.
Yes.
But maybe after the case done.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we could look for some, because we need to get somewhere where people could sit and eat. That was when I started coming here. Yeah, maybe we're in a better position
Man,
where we could
he
have some people put
a little tent in tongue back of a truck, something, man. Boy, I miss it bad. I miss it bad. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Carl, but here what? But if you really want to go forward, I don't mind to align myself with you because, as I said, I don't really want to go back into this hustle and tumble again.
Yeah, well, but you see, I should have stepped up to the plate more
Exactly.
when you fell ill. But there were circumstances there wherein that I think that if I made waves, it was going to hurt you even more. I hope you understand that.
I understand where I'm from. I don't think the environment would have been conducive for this.
I think you might remember that I told you once that somebody needs to go on vacation. And that was even more so when you got sick. You understand? Because persons could only take that much.
That much, exactly.
You understand?
Exactly, Carl. So I would not dismiss the idea, Carl. But as I said, let's start here and let King Kong so and them finish up the thing, and then we go sit and talk and see where we could go from there. Okay?
Yeah, Captain.
Have a wonderful.
Take care. Perseverance and strength. Okay. Yep. Yeah. All right, let me say good morning. Yeah. Dr. Leacock, good morning. How are you, sir? Dr. Cleve Scott, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Carly. Good morning, listeners in
Good morning.
around the world.
Good morning. I don't see Doug. I don't see MacArthur. Boy, we have a new platform here with this software. They upgraded Restream, and I'm trying to make sure everything is copacetic. It took me a while to find where to bring in the guests, but here we are. Where there's a will, there's a way. Dr. Cleve Scott. Boy, I saw this article yesterday, and I said, let me run it by you. It's the Vincentians editorial of Friday, October 11th. It's entitled Save Our Youth. It reads, one cannot ignore maelstrom in which the youth of this country is engulfed. While admittedly, some of our young people are applying themselves, using what is on offer and succeeding, there are too many who are going down the wrong path or have been influenced to do so. It is now common knowledge that the state, as recently as last Friday, brought a charge of murder against two minors, one male and one female. They have been charged, as described by the police, with malice aforethought caused the death of a 13-year-old student of Fairhall. From all reports, the deceased is a colleague of the accused. Dr. Cleve Scott, I'm scared. How do you feel as a Vincentian reading things like this?
I'm not a sociologist. I'm not a psychologist.
No, I'm not asking you as a sociologist.
I'm an educator, so that one is outside my league. Probably Dr. Leacock, who's a medical person. With knows mental health month, he probably could address the issue.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to talk breast cancer with Dr. Leacock, but no,
are we talking breast cancer? Good morning, by the way, because you haven't finalized that. You said somebody's gonna come on as a guest.
Yes. He's not quite in the mix yet. I just spoke to him on WhatsApp. I'm about to send him the link, but
my problem with this thing with the young people is that for whatever reason we probably as quote, and I'm not a parent, so I have to be very mindful. Are relinquishing our responsibilities as parents in the things that we inculcate in the young people. We're losing parental control. I mean, these children, when I was a child, I couldn't have been out after certain hours. And the police, and this is just after the colonial era, the police was very instrumental in making sure that if you're a young person, you can't be on the street certain times. They'll get you off. For instance, 9 o'clock in the morning after the school bell ring. Any child that they're on the road and so forth, there's a lady called Miss Prescott and Falby, who were police, and there is Peters. They were making sure if you were late for school, we had to give an explanation. So it's those sort of things.
I hear you.
And this is a one-off situation with young people. It's not something repetitive. So I don't. It's very difficult to cast a wide net and say all the kids are like that, and this will happen to
Well,
all the children,
and
etc., and so
the
forth.
reason the reason
Um.
the reason I mentioned this with the young people. I don't know if you
Mm,
remember, and maybe Dr. Scott is hearing this for the first time. It was December of 2022, I think. Nice Radio brought service from the prison. You know, they usually is the week of the concert, but there's a prison service this Sunday, and I would have observed at the time that 99.999% of the prison population look like under 20. You understand? It was a bunch of kids I'm seeing.
but
You
but
know,
that's anecdote. That's
there
anecdotal.
was there was actually
Mm-hmm.
one person who seemed to be
Mm-hmm.
my age. Everybody else was tender tots.
But we're not getting the facts, they call it, because what it appears you may not be in fact. Some people look young and they're probably in their 30s. So
Mm,
I'd be mindful to cast that again to say
okay.
that they're all under 20. Maybe there's a very young prison
No,
population.
well,
And
that might
and
be exaggerating it, but
and the average
there
age
was
might be
one
that.
there was
But
one person who looked to be my age. One person that looked to be my age. Tell the truth,
yeah.
you know,
And
and
if you're under 20, that you're saying the under 20 or just about 20, they
mm,
probably need to be in a young offenders institution rather than in a full blown prison. So that's the other thing you need to give consideration to.
that's another thing.
Do,
I
do we
think I
have
read.
do we have the resources to actually see that we have an institution for young offenders as opposed to the hardcore prison, which in fact a lot of things prove that prisons actually, if you get in prison, your life, then you become a prisoner forever because you become sort of institutionalized once you go in for too long,
I hear you.
and unless you have preventive programs to rehabilitate people, and so forth, give them different types of punishment for the things that they do, like community involvement, etc., and so forth. Then you could avoid that sort of thing. So that's where we go in there on
Mm,
that. At least that's my view.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I sent the link to the guest, but I don't see him popping up yet. I don't see him popping up yet. So, can we go ahead with the boy?
So
Time is.
I thought we were going to have a female guest speaking about breast cancer because
I
I
I
did.
actually
Mm-hmm,
tried to get a female guest. I tried to get
mm-hmm,
tried to get an actually a female doctor,
yeah.
in the mix with that, but that was while
Mm.
she seemed interested, I didn't get the final answer, and
So yeah,
here we
so it is Cancer Awareness Month. And I
are.
think before we just deal with the breast cancer, a friend of mine was speaking to me yesterday and reminded me that his father died from skin cancer in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it kind of shocked me. But it did bring something to my mind that we probably are a little bit complacent when we come to skin protection in St. Vincent. So I'll give an example. Many years ago, I've lived abroad for such a long while, and I came home and I think there was cricket at Arnisvale. I had my dog then. I put on my vest because the heat is killing you because you become declimatized, and went out in the sun to walk the dog all the way out to Arnisville. I didn't go to the cricket, but I walked along that area where you could overlook the place, etc., and so forth. And then I came back to Britain, and about a week after, I started feeling really strange. My head felt like I had a cat a tie around it, and my skin felt really tight and so forth. And in a couple of days after that, my skin started peeling off. So, in fact, that walk had caused me to become sunburnt. And we know because of climate change that the ozone protection that we receive and UV protection is less than before. And I think we take it for granted. We have this thing, oh, if you black, we don't get skin cancer and so on. But that's not true, right? We're less likely because of melanin protection. But we now have to balance that with the fact that we don't have enough protection from UV because the ozone layer has been depleted. And when I come home now, if I'm driving, I would find my arm that's exposed in the car when I'm driving in the sun. It feels like it's burning and it's peeling off. So to the extent now that I bring home with me sunproof factor, and I put it on anytime I'm out in the public. So that's if I'm just walking on casually, etc., and I cover my head with it, etc., and so forth. And I also wear a hat. That hat that got me into trouble with the police and at the post office who thinks I shouldn't wear a hat and was so rude to me. Water under the bridge. So I think the Australians have discovered this the hard way because they were white people who really emigrated over to Australia where it's much more sunny and so forth, and they have got it down to a Tino, where even when they go to the beach, they have on the hats, right? And they have a policy, slip, slop, splash. So where you don't go to the beach without your hat on, you slap on your sunproof factor onto your skin and so forth, and you put it on copiously. And perhaps it's something that Vincent just need to start thinking about that when they're out and about in the sun for long periods, like Sunday when they're gonna go down to thing on the boats or when you go on these boat rides, etc., that you probably should be putting on sunproof factor on your skin. Bald people like me and so forth probably need to add a little bit more to prevent the rise in incidence of skin cancer. If you're albino, and we do have quite a few albinos in our country, we have a particular problem in that they don't have any melanin at all, right? They lack this enzyme called tyrosine, and so they are much more vulnerable to skin cancers and skin ailments than the rest of the population. So they in particular should always wear a hat and put on sunproof factor, etc., especially when they're going out for their day-to-day problems. They also have visual problems because of that, albinos, because the pigment in the eye is not the same as well and so forth. So that's just my thing that I want to make people aware of, especially returning Vincent. When they come home and say I'm going back home and I'm going gallivant and expose myself, because you can't expose yourself to dangerous skin breakage from sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We have Mr. DeFreitas ever join us. Good morning. Good morning,
Good
sir. And how are you?
morning. You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you fine.
Well, well
Watching the fan spin above your head there. Yes.
yes. Well, I'm not as tall as you,
Yeah. Other than that, you might get a haircut.
but but what happened is that Alwyn can ask his friend Cleve, his good buddy. Um,
Family. It's family. You gotta pay
well,
attention.
not just good family, but good buddy. People, families are not
Neighbor and
buddies.
thing too. Yes.
Yeah, for
Mm.
somebody here that he has on his head. Hey,
I, I
my
know. Cleve
my
ain't smile for that, you know. I don't know. He don't look like he in a laughing mood this morning.
my daughter called me a while ago and said that I have a date with her. So I'm gonna say a couple of things. I don't know when she's gonna come. She's gonna come when my wife reach back home. So I will may have to leave and follow, just with my headphone. However, there are things that I know that Dr. Scott was dealing with a book launch today. I think there's a postponement. I didn't see the notice of postponement, but I heard from one of my guys that Monty said that it's a different date. So maybe we could get Cleve to speak about that, because I know we're supposed to follow up with some information from Cleve on this matter.
No, the book launch is next Friday, 4:30 p.m. at the Curator's House in the Botanic Gardens. It's next Friday. There's a different event that was supposed to be today. Monty mixing them up.
Yeah. Okay. So what should have happened today again?
SVG AMP was going to have an event today. So
this was the AMP event. You see, I had it backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll give us that date later on.
Yes, when it's finalized. We're working on that. But next Thursday, we have the lecture, the Independence lecture at the Global Campus, formerly the Open Campus. You can follow it at some point on Night Raid if you can make it. And on Friday, we have the book launch from 4:30 p.m.
What time it is on Thursday?
7 p.m.
Oh no, we'll have to try and organize for that. The only thing is that we would knock Spicy off. She's from 7 to 8, so we'll see. We'll discuss that anyway. I'll discuss that with her, okay, and see what we can do. I think it's an important lecture to have, and for years we've been carrying lectures, as you know. You yourself did one lecture that we carried both video and everything. So we'll see what we can do on that. All right. What is the latest though, and the follow up on the matters we were discussing?
Carly? Oh, Carly on the phone.
He's on the phone. That's why I took the lead, because he's on the phone. That's why I took the lead, because I see him on the phone.
Okay. Well, last week we discussed the spiritual Baptists in St. Vincent, and the book launch we're going to have on Friday. There's a section of the book by Dr. Fergus, who was on the program last week, looking at the origin of the church and the banning. The discussion last week took us along not only the origins and the evolution of the church around Christianity, but Carly had a debate going on about theology. And we had Ron that came in to offer his theological insights. Carly, I don't know if you didn't find Ron today, but today would have been a good day for Ron to come back and expand on what he was.
Well, Ron has his own program, so yeah, I'm not saying that to be negative, but he has his own program, and I think he'll be better, better suited there because somewhat, this is planned, this is planned, and Ron too has time here on Nice Radio, and that might be better. That might be better. And even so, even responding to this now, I was a bit distracted trying to sort out the with the guests and what's not. But that clicked to me, and like I said, you know, Ron has its time, and a dedicated program to matters like that.
Yeah, but I disagree with Carl a little bit. You're the host, but I disagree that there was a discussion that took place. But I don't know what you're going to actually deal with today. But I know you had told Cleve to continue this discussion this week. So I think you get mixed up.
All right.
You
Okay.
get mixed up.
Whilst we had it, could I just choose the opportunity just to pay tribute to someone? This is some way back. It was just very sad to hear about the passing of Anne Brown. And the only reason why I want to just say something about it because she was quite instrumental many years ago. We're going back to 1986 now, and actually introducing me to the violin. I know Dougie don't like classical things, but
No, that's
and she
not
was my
Annie,
teacher then.
that's Annie or Anne.
I think it's Anne.
Annie
Yeah.
is the one who plays the violin, and the one who died played the guitar.
Right. I think Anne is the one who died.
No, Annie is Ron Brown's wife. This is
And
Annie's
she's the
sister.
violinist. Right.
Yes, Annie is the violinist.
Right. Well, I got that wrong.
Anne plays the guitar. She was the
Yeah.
teacher at St.
Teacher
Joseph
at
Convent,
Convent
Mespo, for years.
Maricourt, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But it's just the contribution of those three girls
Sure.
to the culture of the country because I think when they came back from Britain at where they were, they got heavily involved in promoting music and teaching, etc. and so forth. And did a
Yes.
lot of work in music awareness in the country. Not that we didn't have music awareness before. And I think they were also part of a group Amistad with Bassi.
She was
And
Annie was part of Almo with Adrian and Ron
Adrian,
and with Almo. She did the violin and Don't Talk About Going Home, and she did all it,
yep.
and she did some wonderful pieces in their live concerts. I remember at the what do you call the Squash Complex.
Yeah.
They did a beautiful
A
concert in
lot,
this one.
yes. So,
Yeah.
so, so, so in those days, we had like a revival of music. And incidentally, at the time, I think John Hahn, this is 84, came in and he's the Minister of Education and Culture. And we had what I would call in St. Vincent an awakening and a cultural revival, which seemed to have been dampened over the years in the last 20 something years. We have really gone back quite a bit. The fact that we have the police band now playing for at the backstop for Carnival, that was came in during the 80s with Mr. Horn there, who did a lot of work to get the instruments for the police band and so forth. We also got instruments for the cadet band at the time and so forth. We had the National Youth Band that was playing, but all there was this nucleus with Geoff Venner, etc. and so forth that really and truly I say injected a lot of effort into young people and culture and music and so forth. So it was very sad to hear of the passing of this this young lady. Well,
I want to think, I just got a WhatsApp there, so let me clarify something here, Alwyn. You have to be careful which Anne Brown we're speaking about, eh?
yes,
Now, Anne Brown is Ron's sister, another Anne. She's Anne Harry, was
yeah.
married to Max
That's to
and
Max.
Harry.
No, I'm not speaking about her.
No, but I'm just saying, somebody just WhatsApped me and said, they didn't know Anne Brown died. They're referring to Anne Harry, okay?
Yeah.
Which
No.
everybody still call her Anne Brown. They don't call her Anne Harry, they call her
Yeah.
Anne Brown. Okay? So I just want the person there listening. So it's not Ron's sister, it's his sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
And
Yes.
she used to head the Saturday evening choir along with Josh Sheridan and so in the church for years. She was a stalwart, and
Yes.
we're greatly missed. Yeah.
All right. Still,
Hold on, Alvin. Hold on.
Mhm.
Alvin brought up something, but there are many gaps, and Dougie away the gaps. So for the sake of the listeners, right? If I remember right, in the sixth form in the grammar school, they formed a small group, and they focused a lot on using orchestral instruments to play Caribbean songs. And it emerged into Almo, and Dougie recorded Almo, and what we call today Raga Soca, Groovy Soca. They were one of the earliest groups to go before this to the left, away from what was happening. Okay? And also in the Catholic Church, they performed and so on. So we just wanted to put that in proper context, Alwyn. Alwyn, you missed some of it because at the same time you went off to medical school.
Yes, I did. I did miss a lot of it and so but we also had voice as well. I think the young guy, De Silva, he did benefit from voice, and Scorpion. He had voice training during that time as well and so forth. Because we had what we call a really song. I am not sure if it presents now. The only thing I see on is Samuel Toka, who is a Nigerian who's come and he seemed to be doing quite well with teaching other young people the violin.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
you
You're
know.
right, Alvin.
mm,
Between
mm.
1977, between 1977 and up to about 1998, we had a very vibrant teaching and learning and playing music industry in St. Vincent. We can't forget Mr. Roberts,
Bill Roberts,
Louis,
yeah.
Yes, Mr. Bullet.
all of
As
these
I said,
people. Yeah.
I think what you're talking about, and it's funny that I spoke to Mr. Colin King just yesterday or day before. But part and parcel of that was that came out of that would have been the band New Directions featuring Ian Blood, Willis Williams, and yours truly. So I can relate to that moment, and I see that while I'm juggling with this
Well,
together.
Tyler, as
Mhm.
Dougie said, we have to always be careful about how we put it to the listeners. Because
Mhm.
when you say new direction, most
They,
people think of new direction from Beckwith. So we have to qualify it.
yes.
The original New Direction from grammar school. Yeah. Put it that way. We have to qualify that in truth. Yes.
Until you left and went to the US.
Excuse me.
Until you left and went to the US.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, and then in Beckwith.
Well, actually, we kind of grew up. Ian, I think he first went and played with Exodus, and Willis so would have gone on to Exodus as well. Willis played
Yeah,
with
they did.
yeah.
Willis, all of them played with
Exodus and
Exodus.
Asterix, yes,
Ian Glad,
Mhm.
Asterix, and then
And then
we
I went to Ken Isles Orchestra, trying to pretend to be my the powerhouse that our guest is Mr. Wendell Plumy Lewis. Good morning and
that's
welcome.
not Wendell,
Good
Harold.
morning.
No, Plumy, Harold Plumy Lewis.
Wendell is his
Let me get
brother.
this name
Wendell,
straight.
listen
Douglas,
me.
Douglas,
Yes, sir.
my name is Plumy.
Your
Yeah.
name is Plumy. Harold Plumy Lewis. His brother Wendell loved to fool around with the percussion, but I don't think he could have held the rhythms as well as he should have. Good morning, Plumie.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, morning indeed.
I
Plumi,
had a little
thanks.
problem getting in here.
Yeah, all right, boy, and it would have me a little bit shuffling here with everything that I'm supposed to be doing while you're here, but bear with me, bear with me, bear with me.
Well, as you know,
Plumi
Plumie.
just had a birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know that. Yeah.
And so, but I only remember Plumi because of the chocolate donuts that his mother used to make just behind grammar school day.
and
That
the
we couldn't
tamarind
have enough of, you know.
and the tamarind syrup. Yeah, you can't forget the tamarind syrup.
Well, I hope, Plumie, Dr. Cleve Scott there is a historian. So I know he mentally, and he don't miss anything. Mentally, he will document a lot of things that you may say here now, even though he knows some of the history of your music and whatnot. Okay?
He probably know it better than me.
Did you ever find anything on the song No Applause? Last time you were here, I was remember about a song that you did called No Applause, and
No,
well,
say that again.
there was
No
a song,
applause.
No
No,
Applause.
no applause.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the name, but I don't remember how that came about.
I think the contents of it was speaking to the very fact that Vincentian audience don't
Don't
necessarily
appreciate.
don't seem to appreciate what you're doing.
Plumie, I know your history. You don't even know your own history. Remember
No,
when you came back to St. Vincent and you did the Modongo Fete in Aquatic Club and you played that song and you made the comment and say, I did this song and said, no, they'll be acting just like the song. You forgot?
I could remember the chorus going, there be no applause, da da, no applause, la
But
da
but
da
but
da.
does Plumi go all the way back to be with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
band that
boy.
Cohen Morris and Kenton Kirby those guys used to be in? That was a very good band as well. That's what I could remember from childhood days, to be honest. Oh, you associated
with,
Polyphonics.
with
with,
them?
with Nicky Farrell. With Farrell.
Nikki
Polyphonics.
was. Yeah, it was Polyphonics.
Polyphonics. He used to play
That
at
time, Shay
Haddon
Keen
Hotel
and Kenton
regularly.
Kirby was in
Yeah.
the band.
Yeah.
Polyphonics.
Yeah.
Kenton, Shay Keen, Peter, Alexander, um, Al Wilson, Arnold McIntosh, Caldrick Forbes. I think Pablo was with us for a little bit. That was about. That was good music.
And that was the introduction of the new wave synthesizer.
Yeah. Oh God, Doug, you see, you're telling me what? Yeah. Yes.
The Farfisa.
Yeah.
They just come out with the Farfisa.
The Farfisa with the organ, that was the synthesizer. Yeah.
It was a synth. They had a Farfisa synth.
We had a mini Moog. We had a mini Moog.
Yes, but the Farfisa had a synthesizer. Had come out with a synthesizer. Yeah.
And the string assembly. You remember that
Yeah.
keyboard that Dickie used to play that
Right.
one? And
Yeah.
the electric piano. Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Those were the days. Those was the days when yours truly would actually get to class after the bell ring because I'm upstairs. I'm behind by Plumie's rehearsals.
Scotty, as a historian, I want to leave you this story. And for me, I want to remind you, I didn't see you, I hadn't seen you for years. And I came to Miami. And I drove all the way up from Miami because Sokoni was living in Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of the group where our friend there, my family of mine, they used to, y'all, Surfside.
Okay, Kenny?
You all had a group Surfside, and Sokoni said, Surfside playing. I said, who's Surfside? He said, Plumie and the guys, Vincent and guys. It was a big fish fest on Hollywood Beach, and I walk into the session, and what's his name? Was the lead singer again? My family, they from Park Hill. What's his name? He went into medical services.
Yeah.
Macmillan?
my
Is it
God.
Macmillan?
No. It's
Or McDowell?
up to yesterday I was talking to somebody about him. Julian.
Julian.
What
And
Julian
and
last name
Julian
again?
Julian was doing lead vocals,
Yes.
as you know, and he was doing the song, and he wasn't feeling what the song was giving, and he came off the stage. He came off the thing. He said, look, Dougie here, man. So Dougie just come fix me up here one time and so forth. So I end up doing song for the show without pay, other than penny.
Oh, well.
It wasn't my band.
So Scotty, that's a little piece of history for you there. But they were on this. There was this big fish fest, and at that same beach thing, if you remember, that the same weekend they had people on the upper part of the beach with Stacy Latisa and all those big names where the what you call the people. Oh boy, the organization that deals with protect you from sound, the decibel. They came and
DBs, yeah.
they came and put a barrier in front of about 20 feet in front of the sound system because when Stacy Lattis and them start to pump music, because it was a funky kind of festival there in the end. And that's the day after you all played.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I did a couple festivals after that, Sokoni's wife, she used to book
Yes.
me every year after that Surfside.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Fact check.
Yeah, what I remember, and Doctor Scott, I think you were younger than me, so you would have missed this experience. There was 9 mornings when you go to Peacemo, and you just have to stand on the floor. You don't have to dance because the floor itself would be rocking.
Oh
You
shit.
know, with with Plumie and the Polyphonics, and I remember it's not that you did go to you would go to the you would go to the fit, to interact with the opposite sexes to watch, Plumie on stage rocking the house, Plumie putting the
What,
bass
what,
up behind his back, and
what about Latineers? In Latineers involved in those days as well?
Latin wasn't that much of a show band. It wasn't as much of a show band as Plumie and the Polyphonics Revolution was. That was.
Right, because
Mm.
remember Ricky had bought the equipment from Cohen Morris to
Yeah.
start Revolution.
Okay.
Launch at the market square and 2 big trucks.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Great memories.
Plumie have some new music out. Let me get that. Let me get that in the mix here while we speak. Here we
But
go.
but it, but
Yeah.
if we're doing recognition and historical review of people who have contributed to music, I think there's some silent people as well. So Hugh Huggins, he was the manager of Bata. He played the vibraphone, and he's the only person in my life I've ever seen playing the vibraphone. So he is actually from St. Kitts. But we also have to recognize his contribution as well,
All
because
right.
he was in the St. Kitts band, and the cadet band was struggling with getting its feet on and transforming itself from the old drum corps. And Mr. Huggins did a lot of work with the cadet band on Saturdays, shifting us over from just drums and bugles to trumpets and all that stuff and so forth. So we need to pay recognition to that. And then
All
obviously
right.
Geoff Venner.
That's the
All right.
historian talking.
You mess up. Yeah,
No, that's Dr. Leacock. Yeah.
that's Dr. Leacock.
Oh,
He
Doctor.
messed up. He messed up my rhythm day, man. Oh my goodness. He messed up my rhythm, the rhythm of my presentation. All right. Here's a new song by Plumie.
Good morning, my brother.
Oh boy, wrong fire, wrong fire.
Yeah. You see, as usual. But it's Julian D'Souza. Somebody just reminded me. Yeah,
Yes.
because he's married to a doctor. Yeah, I met him. He was home
Yeah.
just recently. Him and his children. We sat down and chatted for a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But you know who used to play the xylophone? Kurt St. Jew used to play the xylophone.
Yes.
And also Al Marshall, who used to play with Asterix, played
Right.
the flute and the xylophone.
Yeah. You got history, boy.
Yeah. Well, it's important to know these things, because we had an explosion of great music. You had Age and the Checkmates, you had Peter Fraser and the drums and all of that. You end up with Peter Fraser in your group and so forth. So but at the particular time where we had I don't know if Cleve remember, but where we had Snap Soul, and Snap Soul was just below, in a house below Miss Peter's school, in the bay garden in the back, a beautiful little garden in the back. I think it's Doc Adams had that place. It's right there below Miss Peter's school.
It was called Bella Vista.
Bella Vista. Bella
Yes.
Vista. Just couldn't remember.
Okay, yeah.
Was a beautiful garden in the back. And then we had Snap Soul there for a while with all these young
Right.
artists. That's where the Bowman's brothers were. Ricky and Lennox Bowman and them started to sing. We had the Knights
Okay.
brothers. A lot of beautiful young singers came out, sang great variety of music. Snap Soul then was moved to the grammar school steps
Yes.
on a
Yeah.
Saturday evening. Yeah.
By the assembly hall.
Which was basically orchestrated with Randy D, and it was sponsored by my brother Marcus, and the company then ECA was sponsoring Snap Soul at that particular, and it went on for years. So there's a lot of history, but we have lost the variety in music that we used to have now, because we concentrate heavily just on the soca music. And I think the skill of playing a variety of different kinds and styles of music, we lose the capacity to enhance the very soca. And I say this because I listened to an interview with what's the producer for Michael Jackson now, Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, when he did Off the Wall for Michael Jackson, they had an interview with him. He said, they said, how could you, a man who didn't grow up in that particular style of music, just such a great job? He said, because when you are trained, you learn how to adapt to and bring your own taste to a particular thing to create new music. I guess that's where we are right now. But that was your kind of forte. You always look for areas to fuse different kind of stuff,
Absolutely. The Madongo. The Madongo is St. Vincent based music. That's how I call it. I see it. It's you can't we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to make the wheel run a little better. You know what I'm saying? And own it. Say, well, this is where it came from. I did a little research, not magnificent, not in a big way, but I was in Belize for a couple weeks, and just trying to get in touch with the Garifuna people and learn some more about them and the connection we have with them, and that kind of helped me to go forward with what I feel with this music. It still sound like calypso and it still sound like a little reggae, but it sound different because, as a matter of fact, St. Vincent has been contributing music to all the other islands. I mean, long time, like them guys will go, to Dominique. I think it was Dominica. One of them places there and play with the bands, Frankie McIntosh and all them guys. I don't know if you all remember that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Boy, we fighting with technical issues here, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Wow. But like I said, Bloomy would have grown up. If you look in this week's Vincentian, there's an article written by another legend, written about another legend by yours truly, where Frankie McIntosh would be launching a book on the 17th of November. There was a professor that chronicled, did over a year's worth of interviews with Frankie, and there's a book launch scheduled for the
Mm.
17th. While I try to figure out how to plug this thing in so I can get the audio.
There is.
Here we go.
I got a note here that the place at Miss Peters' school was run by Errol Sado Sutherland. As you know, Sado is a man who's also
Sado,
involved
yeah,
in
how you
his
mean?
culture. Yeah, Sado, and you know he been with the steel pan business.
Yes.
Not Doc Adams. I somehow thought Doc Adams had something to do with it, but it's Sado. So let's give credit to Sado,
Okay.
historically to Sado.
And who were the Anderson brothers with? Cause were they with Climax? Cause they had a lot of.
No. Let me, no. I
Paul
could
and
answer
Brian
that
Anderson.
question.
Yeah.
Checkmates, then
Checkmates,
became
Checkmate.
Mastermind.
Mastermind.
Yes, I remember. In particular,
Paul and Brian.
the keyboard player. Which one? The
Brian.
keyboard player. That was Brian.
He
He
ended up
played.
playing with Trade Winds. He
No,
played
Yeah.
with Trade Winds
he actually
after.
kept the rhythm like this.
That was
Yeah.
Brian. You got it, Kyle.
Yeah.
You got
These
it.
things are embedded in your memory as a little boy, and they don't go away. Yes. Like I said,
Uh,
he's a
Dr. Leacock Kisse, right? Is with you guys?
Yes, he's
yes.
there.
Yeah. I'm out.
Dr. Leacock and Dr. Cleve Scott. Yes.
Yeah. Do I know you?
Albert
Prove it.
Leacock. Yes.
Of
From Montreal.
course, you know me, but you won't remember me, Anto, because Sinclair's my
Turn
older
on,
brother.
turn on the camera. You
Sinclair.
know.
Oh, no,
Yes.
because I know it's not Sink. I know you Sinclair, your younger brother.
Yes.
Yeah, last one. But I know you because
Oh,
I've come to the house there several times, like I said, behind grounds. Not only to buy chocolate, but think he used to have a little bit of a guitar and something. We come and listen a little bit, etc. and so forth. I don't think
okay.
I don't think you would have paid much attention to a little brat at the time. So yes,
Leacock, man.
but
All right,
I would have
man. Enough respect,
several
my brother.
times. You
Enough
know?
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I said, we
Why it's so long to get this thing? Why didn't put it in the computer so you're gonna play it easy? You're always complicating life, eh? You know, Carlisle is a complicated man.
yeah. Well, you see, this is what happens
But
when you start.
before we do that and get into that part of it, I still Carlisle would like for you to allow Dr. Scott to at least just give some other information in the rundown on the things while you fool around with that. So Cleve, could you bring us up to date?
Dr. Scott have welcome Matt completely. I would not limit anything that he has to say. I mean, I encourage.
If no, but if you know Scotty is a man very patient, and he would not put his mouth where he feel that he. So that's why I take the initiative to do that.
Dr. Scott.
While
we
Carlisle fooling around
have
with
a
equipment.
history. We have a history. We have a history. You have a history of being welcome to my whatever circumstances, and there are not there's nothing holding you back whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I like that smile on your face. I am happy.
There's Dr. Scott in the gold shirt.
Yes.
But he just said on he look like Norman.
He's a sound
I thought it was
engineer.
Norman, boy.
No, he's a song engineer. Also,
okay.
lecturer, historian, song engineer. I call him Scotty, but I only give him his designation for respect. But really and truly, to me, it's just Scotty.
Yeah.
So Scotty,
I thought you was going to say.
Cleve,
Huh?
what about this national history book? What's the progress on that?
Well, Alwyn, you come in like Carla, you go all over the world.
No, because
you come in like Carla, Alvin. Come on.
We doing a historical thing about we have a book class coming up, and so we have this national history book coming up.
Let me explain coming like Carlisle. Let me just explain coming like Carlisle for a second. Coming like Carlisle means you're looking for elements of the unexpected. Simple.
That's so free.
I don't want prepared answers. I don't
As
want
an educator,
I want you to
always have to make sure that the audience, the listeners, understand what we're discussing. And I think I think they don't understand. We're just throwing all kind of bits and pieces in there. So we're having a conversation about the history and emergence of the music industry in St. Vincent. Alwyn started the conversation around the Almo, and I was indicating that Almo emerged at a time when there were various things happening musically. BDS Studio is a major element of this, which Carla we just walk over. BDS Studio, because BDS Studio is what produced me as an engineer, as a recording engineer. BDS Studio is what produced me as a live song engineer. Okay? And BDS Studio is what allowed the music in St. Vincent to become inwardly looking in the late 1980s. Because up until BDS Studio, the majority of music for Carnival was produced in the US, and it is fortuitous that you mentioned Frankie McIntosh, right? Okay, so like today, in when I tell people that I am associated with more road marches than Frankie McIntosh, they tell me I talking stubbornness. What happened, Carly?
No. That's an actual bad habit that Dr.
No,
Lee.
Carly, Carly, no, don't do that.
No, serious. I
Take
have
a
a
list of road marches. And
No,
and
I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you at all. I don't doubt you
You
at
have a
all.
smoker's cough, Cleve.
Yes, I do.
He's not coughing to you deliberately.
Right?
Yeah.
The point I am making is that if it was not for BDS Studio and Douglas the Freitas, where we are today with a homegrown music industry, both in live song and recording, we would have been way behind. And Dougie invested heavily in that. Anybody in St. Vincent who associated with engineering, anybody who's still associated with engineering, Dougie had something to do with them, right? So I wanted to put that in it. Now let me go back to Plumie. And you mentioned Latinese. Once you go back to the music industry in St. Vincent of the late 60s and early 70s, ECA agencies was the executive producer. Doug didn't mention that. Because the major, my cousin say, must always blow your own trumpet is more sanitary. No, but Dougie, I don't know if you want to speak a bit more about ECA's contribution.
Yeah, well, as I went to the Snap Soul, it is ECA to my brother Marcus who started. I was always with him, so I became part of the whole movement. Who started the sponsorship of local talent shows? The Sugar Show was a show that was associated coming off of the Snap Soul era, and so we sponsored Snap Soul. We sponsored Latinese with the executive producer of Latinese, 2 albums, Sheller and Hawk, who also recorded with Latinese, and also had some element of Straker involved, which was a little bit controversial. But that took place. We took Latinese on a tour in Barbados, a very successful tour in Barbados, and they went to the States several times. But we were always involved. From that, it's when, because I was always involved in the music, and engineer became part of me, and I started reading and studying, and that I was fooling around with Latinese, and Buster Neverson is the one who I remember at Peacemore. This is history. One day they had Funkadelics. I don't remember if Plumie remember that, when they had a show called Funkadelics, where you had, I think it's Revolution or one of the old groups, along with Latinese, playing pure funk for the whole night in Peacemore. That is when Buster Neverson, playing the trombone, come to me and he said, Douglas, you stand up here by this mixer. That time it was a Rackman kind of mixer, the PA long time what they were, and so forth. And I got the bug for sound. And then I started to DJ, and then from then I moved into big sound. and produce the biggest. I was a pioneer of big song in St. Vincent. The Jimmy Cliff as eye opener. But before that, we were doing a lot of DJ work, and I would work with Asterix and Sati, and there was always a rivalry between. And I would say it without without prejudice. There was also a kind of disrespect to me from Brian Alexander with touch, so I stayed away. I stayed in the background. Then I started Black Sand, but I worked with Almo to bring Almo recordings and so forth. I recorded Exodus, I recorded Rastaman. We did one recording with Touch, a road march mix that was never published because I guess Brian had his own thoughts on that matter. I'm just giving you the history.
Speaking of Rastaman, today is his birthday, and we have somebody in the line. Good morning, you're live on Nice Radio.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning.
Wonderful program. My name is Charles. Everybody call me Horseman. I normally don't give me a name like that because people know me, but when I talk and call my name like this, is because it's a program that I really, really sit down this morning and listening. And Dougie has been around this a long time, and I could speak on that because BDS as known as the best disco songs around. That's what it was all about. And Dougie had a lot to play with in music growing up as a youngster. We used to say BDS used to supply the whole of St. Vincent when it comes to speaker boxes and so, because he had number sets of speaker boxes. Gentlemen, and I called to really say this is a wonderful program. I hope a lot of youngsters are listening, because what you guys are revealing here is like history, right? Because a lot of these youngsters don't know about these things. And one of the things that come across my mind is to speak about this and come here and tell you guys how much I appreciate hearing this. We need to have somewhere where we can have a building, what you call it, a museum or something like that, where we can put these kind of things with pictures of our past musical calypsonians or whoever has made a great contribution to this country. And where you, Dougie, and you guys speaking here, these guys should be something, this is something should be written and put in history and put next to the names of these guys. And when you go into this museum, you could actually read and get the history of certain persons who you might want to see. For instance, the Parliament building that they have in Tongley, that is being closed now. And I don't know what they're going to do with that. But that, for me, should be something where we could put our famous people, you know, like the Becketts and the Winston Sosos and the Scorchers and whoever it might come. But these are names that I'm just picking out. Put them in there so that people, when you go to Tongue, tourists, when they come to Tongue, they could go in, see that we have something there that you could go in and see who are the history makers, who are the people who find the foundation of singing and so forth, and whatever it may be, and bring it to St. Vincent. We have great football, people like Norrie Millington, all these guys and so forth, the brothers who play football and so forth, and we have a lot of people that we could talk about. We need to have something put there so that it could be a history for the youngsters who are coming up. Because when they're growing up now, you know, all they're getting is these gunshot music kind of songs. And what you guys are speaking, they don't have one thing about it, one intelligence about it. And we need to function and put a foundation so that the rising youths coming up could go in, read, and hear all about who, and know all about who this is and who that is, and so forth. Guys, it's a wonderful program. It already touched me this morning. And I couldn't, you know, Dougie, these days are when we used to go in Harbour Light and Harbour Light was a swing for Dougie every weekend. And out at the beach club at Canash, we had a bamboo bar beach club out there. And the place up by Vinlek Power Station up the Gravity
Country Club.
All these kind of places. I asked somebody some time ago on your program, Dougie, if they know what Coronation Club is. A lot of people don't know, remember Coronation Club, you know. But we used to go catch crab on the Coronation Club when dance going on, you know. And that building used to be down at Indian Bay where the Lucky Balcom property is right now. You know?
The bandstand was in the center of the club.
Exactly.
The Freitas own that place, yeah.
Wonderful program, guys. And I wish that, you know, something could be done so we could put our masters and geniuses, or like the Becketts and so forth, Beckett has deserved. I think somebody, you guys in the States.
Well, Beckett, Horseman, well, one must say that you can't say that Beckett has not been properly and duly recognized in St. Vincent. He was on a hold on, let me put the perspective because we're dealing with this show. We have to be careful, as Cleve said, you could give wrong impression, okay? Because Beckett has been honored at Victoria Park, Guichet.
Right.
He is honored by the University of the West Indies as Dr. Alston Beckett Cyrus. So he is also got his honors. But we are dealing with the history of the music, and I would like to continue if you don't permit me, because I would lose my trend of thought.
What a shortly, what I was going to say there, because I know that he's been honored. What I was saying now, like the guys in the States and so forth, if you could build a monument or something like, put it up somewhere, whether it's in his hometown in Layu, and put it up so the youngsters who growing up could say, okay, this is Beckett who has made a contribution, and look, we have his statue or something here in Layu that represents him and so forth, and it would go a long way, and we need to start doing this kind of thing. But guys, wonderful program. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful morning, man.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So give you a little continuation what I was speaking of. So there we had, and we entered into big sound. Learning, sound engineer, reading, self-taught. I when I went to California to do an agricultural post-harvest an agricultural course. I had a fellowship in University of California in Davis. I saw a program called with West LA Music at the time, where I went to and I enrolled so I could learn more, and I was involved with I went as part of the crew at the Sacramento State Fair. Sacramento is the capital of California. That's just like Tallahassee is the capital of Florida, Sacramento, but there's a state fair. All the major artists perform, and I work there and the crew and I just wanted to learn and learn more. And so I received a certificate of excellence. Somebody broke my office and stole my briefcase years ago, and I had 2 certificates in there. And one where I enrolled in Miami in a sound with Miami sound machine at the time. They were doing a particular thing. And because I tell people I know, what's the lead singer of Miami Sound Machine?
Gloria Estefan.
Gloria Estefan.
Yeah.
I knew Gloria Estefan in a little club called Daphne's in the Hyatt hotel and so forth before she became popular. She was popular all down in Central and South America, have hundreds of thousands of people following her. But in Miami, she was just playing in the small club with the Miami Sound Machine. Then they exploded. But I knew her then. They had a particular course in the University of Miami, of which I went to do another marketing course. I went to World Trade Institute, and then I went to Miami, the World Trade Institute in New York. I went to that, and to do a sequel from the Miami course. I had a fellowship. So also, secondly, I had a fellowship in Ireland. Most people don't know this because I never speak about it, But I'll give a little incident and tell you what has happened. And I always give Mike Brown credit for that because he always felt that I was involved in radio, music, and he knew I had interest in radio. And he organized for me a fellowship. In that time, he was working with adult thing. The NDP was in office. They had hired him as a educator to do certain programs. and he organized a fellowship for me in the University of Dublin, University of Ireland in Dublin. And inside of that, I was doing a radio course. That's where I did radio. That's where I did radio. And I did a course in radio. In that radio, I met persons like Samuels, who was involved, who was head of the 14 radio stations. That time, apartheid was still raging. Samuel and a white boy named Dietrich, who we became very friendly. I lost contact with them. But he was in charge of 14 radio stations for the ANC, working on the periphery of South Africa. And because we were doing the radio, we had to set up radio stations and so forth as sample. But in that, the sound engineering part of it came to light when I told them that I had already done all of this stuff in sound. They put me in charge of the sound engineering part of the whole radio business. So that's what my experience in the history of dealing that. What Scotty alluded to, the fact that I believed in dissemination of information. I can't keep things to myself. So when I started Big Song in St. Vincent and doing Big Song System, which I built with my own hands, I built the song system that I had in Victoria Park for 17 years. I built I never imported one speaker box. I studied it because I did the sound engineering part of it, and I understand the how you deal with boxes. I built all myself. I was a little rough at the edges with the actual aesthetics of it, but the sound was always great. We had great sound in Victoria Park for years, and I got Scotty involved. Scotty was very young then, and he came and he was interested, and he came involved. Chalice, that's how Chalice and myself became very good friends, because Chalice is a very willing person, and he got involved because Scotty and Chalice used to go DJ, and sometime when I went to a party one time, I met Chalice and Scotty playing in a party out at Rose Cottage, and Scotty will laugh when you remember that. So when I go, I heard part of the sound system sound good and part didn't sound good. So when I go up to the box and I listen, I realize they had a fake speaker inside of one of the boxes. And I said, man, what's going on here? Scotty came up to me and say, man, Chalice already, he take out the 12-inch and have a replacement. So I went home, pull out a 12-inch speaker that, I had some space, and I come and I bring it and I put it in the box. Nobody here know what's going on here. Not even Chalice and them knew that I went and I brought a speaker. Court, since you took me home, he had a little moke, and he took me home and we rushed. I got burnt on my side with radiator cap fly off and burned me and all kind of thing. And I went inside and I got a screwdriver and I screw up, and it's a Chalice, I got speak inside, all of a sudden, boy song better than my boy. So we had that's a little history of how we is. And
Speaking of history, I just posted a picture. For those who are looking on Facebook. Who's looking on Facebook and Facebook Live, and for you gentlemen, you can see there's a historic picture there. I think I recognize Plumie, of course. I think trumpeter. What was his trumpeter? The trumpeter. Kenton. I think I recognize Neddy. The one with the I think Farrell is in the back. Plumie, you can fill us in, please. Yeah. All right.
Peter Alexander.
Peter Alexander. He was a drummer, wasn't he?
No,
Peter
trumpet.
Alexander, what instrument? Or trumpet? Okay.
Trumpet, yeah. And then this Caldrick. I'm looking at it right now. Caldrick and Nate. Yeah, Mike. Let me see who's that. I see Mr. Bo.
Okay.
Bo the drummer.
I see.
Mr. Bo was the drummer.
Bo was the
Okay. All
drummer,
right.
and I
He's
see
standing.
DJ Joshua.
Dennis
Okay.
Joshua, the guitarist.
Okay.
Yeah, he played
Just
that was
passed away recent memory. Yep.
that was that was which band that was again? Oh God,
I'm
after
trying
my
to remember.
yeah,
Carla, give me a
Revolution,
hard work to me.
Revolution. It's
Revolution.
so much
That
bands
was
again. It's a
Revolution.
lot of bands I've been through.
Give me a minute, please.
That's
Yeah, go ahead.
Revolution.
Yes, Plumie.
Hey.
When I was about 5 years old, my mother took me to town Carnival Tuesday. And, well, my father was a policeman. So they took me to the barracks. My mother tell me stand up here, and next minute I catch myself in Victoria Park with a headpiece. So as I'm going to the gate, a policeman pulled me and asked me, "What are you doing here?" And he promptly took me back up to the barracks. And my mother said, "I was looking for you. Where were you?" I said, "I know. I was in the carnival." She told me, "Don't move." And you know when she told me don't move, I went under the market square shed. And I remember all of these bands. I want you to speak to the market shed with the bands during the 1970s and so on.
Yes. Those are well. This might be the opportune time to introduce the new song by Plumie. Here we go.
It's a glorious morning, and it's a glorious day. It's a good time for jumping. Let we break away. It's a glorious morning, and it's a glorious morning, and it's a glorious day. People start jumping. Everybody jumping. It's fast. Let we break away. Jump. Oh, Kingston people jumping up. Everybody jumping. Oh, Kingston people jumping up. Say jump. Oh, Kingston people jumping up. Everybody jumping. Oh, Kingston people jumping. Hey, hey. It's a good day. Start the rhythm. Oh. Everybody doing their own thing. Hey. But when the bassline hit we jump up like monkey. Yes, we jumping, because it's a glorious day. It's a glorious.
Yeah, it's interesting that you would be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and be first and foremost thinking about Vincentians here, having the impact that you did in Kingstown, like back in the days. It's
Yes.
like Vincent is always on your mind. All right, somebody is coming in on WhatsApp.
I think
Night Radio.
as a matter of fact, I was talking to Vin. Is he yesterday about? Oh, go ahead.
WhatsApp caller, go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay. I'm listening to your program. Very interesting. I'm joining. My name is Julian McIntosh.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir? Royalty, Julian McIntosh.
Yes,
Yes.
somebody called me and told me I was on the road there to check Nice Radio because you're giving a good, the genesis of music, a good background. I'm from that era. But I was just wondering, I tuned in late if you guys, it's a breath of fresh air to hear you guys discuss and have a great dialogue on music. Dougie, Dougie, I know Dougie well. Dougie, how are you?
Nice.
And I wonder if you guys touched on the big band era.
Julian, hold on a minute. Carla, you have to tell the listeners who's Julian.
Julian McIntosh.
Yeah.
Julian, why don't you do that yourself? I don't want to. Julian, I know you're a horn player, but I don't want to mess up which horn is it. Could you explain to the listeners who you are? I know Julian McIntosh is a legendary name when it comes to music. Could you justify my statement?
I'm a saxophone player. I
Okay.
studied music in Brooklyn. I am a music teacher up here. I have quite a bit of CDs. I started out with a name that should not be omitted, who contributed profoundly, a guy called Raul Soso.
Mm-hmm.
Bass player. Green sleeve. He's a bass player. Yes.
Green sleeve.
Raul Soso, no.
Trumpet.
No, Raul Soso was a music teacher and a trumpet player.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys, Doug, you remember Evening Stars.
Evening Stars. Yes.
Okay, down in Harlem, as Kerwin Morris took over. I played with Frankie. I played at the same Indian Beach Club with Ron Berridge coming in, and
Right.
all those with I mean, I'm going back to the big band era when actually we played all over without amplification and people were dancing.
Yes. Yes.
In that era where people studied music, had to arrange music. When you took Kitchener, Sparrow songs, it was they were all instrumental. I remember when we brought in the vocalists. I was there when we auditioned Soso and Codric Forbes to play in Latinese, like backup patches, all those things at the cinema. You know what I mean? So the chronology of music, I mean, but it takes time to go back, and because sometimes we have to be careful when we cherry pick and leave out fundamentals in music. So I mean, I just call in. It's a breath of fresh air to the dialogue is very impressive, but I'm just calling into about the big band
No,
era.
but Julian,
School
Julian,
yes.
I appreciate your calling, because we touched partially on the big band, so we didn't have a lot to expand yet on the big band era, because I was going to mention it because of, but we did mention Latinese and what took place, how we got the recordings done and things like that. So we have at least a historical perspective of the bands. But I remember there was days of y'all playing Crow's Nest. I remember y'all playing in Coronation Club. Aquatic Club was a kind of little off
Well,
until
Latinism was mostly aquatic club. I mean, the
yes,
Coronation Club was mostly not Latinism wasn't formed yet. That was Frankie, still
you're
Mac and
right,
rhythm.
you're
I
right.
mean,
Blue rhythm combo.
what people must realize is that it is very historical and fundamental from the musical perspective. Is that St. Vincent let's back up a while in the whole English-speaking Caribbean there, in terms of big bands, were the only island that could stand up to Trinidad and challenge them from a musical professional perspective in terms of professionalism, you know? And
Mm.
then, a lot of us came out here where we crossed over. Like me, I played for 10 years with many different bands up here, classical, jazz, and things like that. We're not like in a realm of limitation. I remember the days when we had to go to the Royal School of Music at the Pittsmore Hall and study music and sit exams.
Julian, quick.
What relation is Julian to the other Macintoshes? Can we just find out?
Yeah, one second. Alvin, go ahead. Sorry.
I was
Go
asking
ahead.
what relation is he to the other music bards, the other Macintoshes? What relation
The
is
other
he to
Macintoshes.
Frankie? Yeah.
Alwyn.
Symphonets.
Alwyn.
Yes.
Yeah, give me a minute, please. Julian, I
Yeah,
wrote
I am
about
listening.
yes, I wrote about George Augustus. I am an expert on him. I've written about 5 papers. I saw your campaign for him to be declared a national hero. I also wrote about Frankie, and in doing so, I wrote about the entire family. So Arthur, Sil, you, Rosie, Joan, and so on. Okay? Alwyn, I hope that answers your question. So
All right.
Julian is a grandson, as is Arthur. Yeah, go ahead, Julian.
Yeah. Quick question, Julian. I want your permission to take your number to invite you on future shows like this. That was the first one. The second one, I think you had a cousin named Don. He kind
No,
of
Don was no, he passed on.
He passed on. He died. Yeah,
passed on.
he
all
died.
right.
Yeah,
And
he was
Don,
a trumpeter. He
yeah,
played
he
with
was a trumpeter.
Latinez.
Yes.
And Doug, you would know when Latinez first record, Doug, you guys sponsored Marcus.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's
You know, I mean, there's so much to discuss. We don't have the time.
Yeah.
But don't forget, I was on the Nights Radio many times with Randy when I would come in and out of St. Vincent.
right. Exactly.
But
Where does
I would,
Blue
I
Rhythm
would
fall in all of this?
yeah, because a lot of things I would sort of like re-educate a lot of Vincentians about a lot of the fundamentals. If it's politics, history, music, and so. But I am I don't take sides of anything. I'm just objective. I'm not subjective. On the truth. On re-education of facts, Anyhow, let's stay on the music. But I mean, I remember, when my point is, I know other people want to call in that people level of consciousness when we would go to Kittels and Vermont and play and so. You don't see that these days. People would stand around the band, a lot of people not dancing, just to listen to the professionalism of the musicians and see if you can improvise. We have lost people to improvise in St. Vincent right now. And to be
Julian,
honest, I mean,
Julian, if I may, because I have to leave here just now. I see my wife just came. One of the things that you're saying, and I just want to reiterate, is that, growing up, we discuss music. We didn't just discuss songs and just individual artists. People discuss music. People would put on a record and critique it. You don't see that anymore, But somebody asked me to ask you about what happened to Danley Dublin.
Danley Dublin, he lives in Montreal. I think presently he's in St. Vincent because Danley Dublin was a guitarist, and people don't realize I played with Frankie band before we went to Antigua, all of us, and then Danley, when Frankie left to go to Antigua, that is when Danley Dublin was a guitarist, took over the band, and we changed it to Symphonies.
Okay.
Symphonies, and then Danley Dublin lives in Montreal presently, but he's still around. I in Montreal, I tried to get him involved up here to do clubs and so, but he has given it up. We talk on the phone and we reminisce about the old times. But he's still. I think he's in St. Vincent presently.
What about Blue Rhythm Combo? Somebody asked you to speak a little bit on Blue Rhythm Combo.
Blue Rhythm Combo. I'm not. I know
You're
Blue
not too
Rhythm
familiar with it. Orchestra. I know. Which one was
No,
a combo? One was a combo.
Combo is different from orchestra.
Yes.
When the combo came in, combo is a definition that a band without horns.
Right. Yes.
That's what they used to call a combo. And then they didn't get too much involved in theoretical music. And then you must realize what came in is technology. Technology started to take over, which projected the rhythm sections a lot. That's why a lot of people now are dancing more on rhythms because of technology, and that we're losing theory. People are not composing anymore. You know what I mean? Because right up here, I got an offer once to play with Duke Ellington's daughter came into Montreal, and we got some Caribbean musicians came there and couldn't even sustain it, make it. I'm the only one they kept, and we had to go to McGill University to get musicians because they couldn't cross over into that realm. And I was honored, and even one of Duke Ellington's ex-wives congratulated me and asked me where I was from, and so that I was so proud. I was the only one that kept there to do that concert up there with Duke Ellington's daughter, to read music and understand jazz.
By the way, Alwyn, the name of the group was Blue Rhythm Orchestra, not combo. Blue Rhythm Orchestra, and they carried 4 pieces of brass.
Goes back with Sil McIntosh and Cooper Prescott and Bodo and so, and then and after Sil left, Peters took it over.
Okay.
What about the Smiths, Lyle Smith and all the others?
Okay, like Lyle Smith, actually, you have to go now to America. Lyle Smith, his band was based in America when Frankie and so went up there. Lyle Smith was a great saxophone player, and then afterwards, in retirement age, Lyle Smith immigrated back to St. Vincent, played jazz and so down there. But he's a good saxophone player too. But he was based mostly in Brooklyn. I mean, I could go back with Shea Keens and so and Melatones, and I mean, I could take you back to the Genesis, Even George McIntosh was a musician. That's where the music came from. He played the piano and the clarinet and things like that. Right up the whole chronology. But we don't have time for that.
Just give a minute here. Alwyn asked about the Blue Rhythm. It's Blue Rhythm Orchestra. They operated mainly between 1965 and 68. They are 4 pieces of wind instrument. They had a trumpet, a trombone, and 2 saxophone, congas, and so on. Okay, that's what the main
Well, yeah,
period.
you going back to the genesis of Blue Rhythm. You going back, a guy called Paddy Padmore. Paddy used to have a snack at in Portsmouth there. He was still saxophone player, tennis. I mean, you ever heard about, the legacy of Paddy and Roach?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
Professor Family.
Of the comedians, those two prominent comedians, Paddy
Yes,
and
and
Roach.
we had Jack also. Jack.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question.
Well, Jack was a saxophone player. Yeah,
Alfie.
he's from the Calico area, the Alfie Jack. You see, there's a lot to discuss, but we don't have the time. But you have to, if you go back, Blue Rhythm was one of the best bands. But what I'm proud of is that certain musicians used to take on the Trinidadian. At that time, I when I traveled to Barbados, I was the first one to go in Barbados. Ctview was interviewed by Marvin Manning. Remember, Doug? Yeah, I went to Barbados. Playing like King Curtis. I had it packed hearing me playing King Curtis style.
I remember that.
But bands crossed over there. But what I'm proud of, that Vincentian musicians from a high caliber of musical professionalism, when in the boat rides of the Sil McIntosh, me, Frankie, were the only ones, like Ron Barish, to stand out there in terms of improvisation. And give Trinidad a run for their money. Only St. Vincent bands could have done that at that time. Barbados, St. Lucia, Dominica had no bands at that time. It was St. Vincent standing out in big band era.
I'm trying to remember something. The band that Frankie had up at Mackey's Hill, where Jex was the bass player. What was the name of that band again?
Yes. That was Frankie McIntosh Orchestra.
Come in.
Guys,
y'all have to excuse me. Please, I have to take my leave. So I have to. I'll talk to you all. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank
Gentlemen, we could pick up this conversation again at some time.
This is great.
It's very interesting. It's a breath of fresh air, and musical history and musical education, and music in the whole Caribbean. Now, I'll be very honest and forthcoming. From a theoretical high standard, is devolving. It's just rhythm and rap. It's no fundamentals of theory where we could come out here and the real world, and like only a few of us right now out here who could step into the real arena of music in the global arena and play.
Julian, I want to say that might be something of a global phenomenon as opposed to just a Caribbean phenomenon. It seems to be prominent. Rap music and sampling and loops and what's not. These things are prominent with the younger people. With
today's music.
Today's music.
It's changed.
Yeah. It's changed. I remember there was a musical family. Don't necessarily want to call the name, but I was listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, and they said, "Mr. Douglas, how you could listen to this music repeating itself? It's just repeating, Mr. Douglas." And that was fantasy, and that was the greatest piece of thing. That to me, that was great art. That was great art. So it might be generational way or appreciation.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I could interject quickly, I mean, you bring Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, that's a phenomenal, epic band. I mean, they don't repeat themselves. Listen.
No. If you listen objectively to the intro of fantasy, that is what she was talking about.
Where the English-speaking Caribbean is going wrong. Different genres of music comes on the scene, but there is no reason to delete and to remove a high standard. It's only the English-speaking Caribbean. I go all over. America could have the rap and the hip hop and whatever, but it's not removing the other standards. Yeah, I could still go to many places and hear jazz and blues and classics and what have you. They don't remove. You go to South America, to Cuba, to whatever comes on the scene new, it should just run parallel with what's there. But it's only in the English-speaking Caribbean where we have this destruction of what's there already, replacing.
Oh, so Julius, could you give us an insight into how did we develop as in St. Vincent to have this this deep musical background. Was it something organized on a national level, or this was just individual homes who sent their children to learn music? You sound like you come from a big family tradition, you know, the Macintoshes. So maybe George Macintosh, he had his children, he taught them, and they taught. Or was it something that was engendered sort of in the society that you had to learn music, and music was taught at school, etc.? What was it like?
Well. When I was growing up, music was to me a fundamental part of St. Vincent culture because you had so many music teachers, Mrs. Horn around the bay. You had the Pat Prescotts, you had the so you had so many people teaching. You had music pro. You had to sit the Royal School of Music exams and things like that. So it was made a fundamental part of St. Vincent culture. I mean, we are the caretakers and responsible for everything within the domain of our evolution. You know what I mean? And one thing that we are missing that I was down there preaching. I go back from the educational forum. I go back and from the activism, the revolutional, when all these guys came back to make the changes of consciousness. I was part of that. You know what I mean? It never developed because first of all we have to address to decolonize the minds and the different mindsets of people. So music was a fundamental part of the culture in the homes. We have lost that. We are
Oh,
responsible for building our own realms and for rebuilding. We have to go back to what we've been under, that colonial devastation of the mind, and so and that was never. We went into independence, but we never addressed. I was calling all the guys there today. I'm the contemporaries. I could have a dialogue with most of those guys from the prime minister to Colonel Campbell to Cohen Morris's to the Eddie Griffiths. I could go back and back and back. I've been there, bringing in books with Renwick Rose and Basil Williams. I could go back.
alrighty. Quick question. Are there any recordings available, like on YouTube with you playing the saxophone? Anything that we
Why?
can
Yeah,
reference?
but I mean, Dexter Rose been playing me. I just was on with him there. I mean, I have tons of music on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
You could go on YouTube right now, and if you pull Julian McIntyre saxophone, you'd be surprised. It just pops up.
All right. Great.
I don't want to take up too much time. Other people like to call him, but look, it's a breath of fresh air. Somebody called me, a guy called Peter Hayward. I acknowledge him. Peter, he did a lot of work here in Montreal for the community. He called me and said, Julian, tune in there. There's a great program. And I asked him what. He said, don't ask me. I'll just tune in.
And I don't know. I don't know when you
And
tuned
I
in.
thank Peter for that. But and Dougie and Dougie, I know very well, and But look, the dialogue is great. I'm enjoying it. Continue it, and I hope to see this dialogue. I mean, continue and elevate more and education. Musical Look, I go back with Beckett and lay you back would tell you back now. Beckett, Axe Patches, Axe, Winston Soso, you may at one time didn't want to sing soca.
Yeah.
We
I actually interviewed Bonnie Brown about.
I'll go back, but
Yes.
I go back when
And he
I
goes
was
back with that.
playing music from 12 and playing in clubs when most of these names didn't even touch. They came after. They didn't even touch music.
All right.
I'm backing up from Shella. Remember Shella, a good
Yeah.
saxophone player.
Shall
And
all
I mean,
right.
we used
Was
to back
was
up all
Bonnie
the
part of
Christians in the
Climax?
back. And another thing,
Bonnie
let
was
me
the
say
leader of
quickly,
Climax. Yes.
Yeah.
what's missing is the harmony. When we practiced the calypsonian, go back with Frankie, with Kerwin and Petey, and they came to rehearsal. We listened to them. We got the keys. A lot of people down there now don't sing in keys.
What we have,
I mean,
what we have now that's dominating the industry is mostly karaoke, and I say karaoke means carry your own key because it's just about entertainment. It's just about
I like that
entertainment.
definition.
Yeah, it's just about entertainment of
Listen,
of your peers.
You,
You know.
you see, but what's happening now is that I listen to the calypso tension, so and then the organist will sit down and get the key and tell the singer, look, this key fits you, not whatever, and then we would write the chord progressions according and follow the music. Now, what happened? I'm hearing there, some of them I listen to the band playing, some of the instruments not even tuned. And then, I'm talking truth. I don't sit on the fence because I want things to go right. And then what's start in Jamaica there now, I see they have what you call a progression. They're just playing a 2 or 3 chord progression over and over. And then they're taking songs with chord progressions like Good American Song, and they're just singing on a progression. It's barbaric. It's not right.
But in as much as it's barbaric and it could ring in your ears as a musician, it still registers as entertainment because it's appreciated. I know
Yes, but
exactly what you're talking about. And like if you take yourself out of the equation and your preferences and understand that this is still appreciated,
yeah, but let me give you an example. If I went and wrote a song, like I hear with some songs, they well-written song, and it's going on in Jamaica a lot. What they call, what they're doing now, and it has a certain foundation there, and then you come and butcher my song, is not right musically.
Hold up. Could I just want to say something. I'm listening to everybody, right? Yes, it's a good idea to be educated musically and all of that. Me, I always played music by ear. I played with a lot of bands. I didn't even read a sheet of paper and I could play jazz. I played jazz with bands. I played rock and roll. I traveled with bands in Europe, a Haitian band playing Haitian music. I ain't reading a note. What they do, they allow me to express my music, who I am, and they appreciated what I did. No, I'm not knocking reading and music because I had to learn to read music in New York. Because when I first came up to New York, I wanted to work with Frankie, to be honest with you. I love Frankie. He was my big brother. And I couldn't make it with him because of the fact that I wasn't able to read. But then I end up with a band called Brass Explosion. And there's a guy called Belfast, a Trinidadian, who start coaching me and reading and understanding the shortcuts of reading music and so on. And I worked for a while. I played with a lot of bands. I played with jazz bands. I played with Lyle Smith. I played with all these guys. But I'm not a musical reader. I ain't ashamed to tell anybody that. But I love who I am and what I can do with my ears. And I'm still writing music right now. And I'm writing music that a lot of musicians ain't really taking care of. I'm playing a steel drum. Nobody taught me to do that. It's
let,
just
let
because I
me let
love
me
what I
just
do.
interject there when you say about jazz. Look, when I left St. Vincent, I've played there since I was about 12 in clubs. Okay, I went to Antigua, Barbados, or you name it. When I went to Brooklyn and then started to hang with Frankie there, Frankie started to go to university. Okay, and I started to listen. I thought I could have played. No, I had to. I said no, I can't play. In St. Vincent, I thought I could have played. People told me, but when I went in jazz, you know, when it comes to jazz, I used to we play jazz. We most in the Caribbean we fool around with jazz. We don't play it. We fool
Whatever
around.
it is.
We think we play. But I'm just telling you, I thought I could have played until I went to Brooklyn, and then I had to go back and study. So it's always a higher level of something. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to diminish anybody's accomplishments because if you entertainment is there, I sing, I do a lot of stuff, but I would not try to sing certain songs, you know. But we just have to put things in perspective. I'm not here to diminish anybody's accomplishments because everything
Julian,
runs.
with that is
Anyhow, gentlemen,
before you go,
I have to go.
let me give you a bit of my experience. I remember one time I'm performing in Fort Pierce, Florida, and a gentleman came to me. He says, "Carlisle, what you do is the easy stuff." Now I had a tremendous following. Persons be
That's
lined up
right.
around the block, to be getting into
Mhm.
the restaurants that I'm performing in. They say you play the easy stuff, you don't like intricate chords and what's that. I says, do me a favor, the piano is live. Go over to the piano and play one of your intricate chords and see if you get anybody to raise up the head and look at you. He went over, and like I thought, Nobody buzzed. And this is downtown Fort Pierce. It's
Mhm.
not no riff-raff crowd. What really counts is entertainment.
Yes, I agree.
What really counts is entertainment. Your flat fifth and with the ninth and the 13th and what's not is entertaining you more than it's entertaining an audience.
It depends on what audience you're playing for. Let's put it in perspective.
I can tell you, if you entertain an audience of musicians,
Like you just said about the
yeah,
ninth and into technicalities, music, you thought extended chords, the 7th, 9th, 13th,
yes,
whatever,
yes, yes,
But
yes.
I could take you to certain clubs
But
and then
I'm
there's an
telling you,
audience for that.
I'm telling you, what matters is entertainment. Like I tell you, Pumi could tell you that I had a very
No, but
successful.
but you're
Wait,
being
let me finish. Let me
subjective.
finish, please, please,
You're
please,
being
please.
subjective.
No,
Okay,
no,
let you
one
finish, but
second, one
you're being
second.
subjective when you say what matters.
No,
Don't
what?
be subjective. Let's be objective.
No, I can tell you something. I can tell you something. A person's attention span is not something that you should ever take for granted. This is, and that is what you are dealing with most of the time as an entertainer, whether you're a comedian, whether you're a guitar player, whether you're a saxophone player, whatever. What you are hoping to do is to garner a person's attention. And
I
you need to
agree.
understand
Excellent.
that basically and function as, as effectively as
Okay,
you can. Mhm.
let me give you a quick example. When I would go to Toronto, Raymond, England used to put on shows there when Salute used to come up and Judy Boucher, and so I played in those shows. That audience, yes, a different audience, and I would play a lot of like My Way, King Curtis songs, like Unchained Melody, those things that you're saying, but that's audience. Now, when I came back to Montreal and the agents hired me and I went into the clubs, I had to play Body and Soul and Giant Steps. So it's a different audience. It's who you're tailoring your music to. That's what I'm saying. Because
That's the
now,
point.
fast
That's the
forward,
most important point right now. Is who will pay for your music and the music that you're playing. And that against Carlisle, I hear what you're saying, and true. I play with a lot of big chords too, and I can't read, but I know when I hear them. I could tell you
Yes.
what chord you're playing. You understand? But I'm not diminishing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not diminishing learning to read music. It's a good thing, to expand. But me now at this age, it's too late. I already doing it the way I doing it, and I'm writing a lot of music, and I writing music that you can't say, well, I'm copying from this person or from that person. I'm creating my own music. I don't care what they
you're right.
think about
You're
it.
right. What music you write? You write in theory and harmony. You understand harmony and theory. You tell me you're writing music. I mean, let's have an honest conversation.
And is he using
You just tell me you write for five horns.
I write
are
for
you
listen. Carl, I play
No,
some
you
of my
could just
music
sit
for
down and
him.
write for five
You know,
horns.
All right.
are you physically
Listen.
writing, or are you using um IT
AI.
software to assist you to write?
Who that
All right.
talking there now?
When we come into that era, by
Alwin, yeah.
one
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
individual.
Let me answer this. Let me answer
Go
this.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You
Go
have
ahead.
to
You have the
realize
platform. Go ahead.
everything, even
Mhm.
music, is progressing. It's not what it used to be. You
Yeah,
remember
I
at
know that.
one
I know they
time.
have music programs
Let me
like Sibelius
finish.
and stuff
Let
that
me
will write for
finish.
you.
Let me finish. Nothing writes for me. I play all my notes. I'll show you right. I'll show you how I play. I even play in keyboards. I have to play keyboard to get my keys and my notes. The only thing I might do different is use something they call the arpeggio, because my fingers can't
Let
move
me
as
ask.
fast
Let
as
me ask you a question.
you
How
understand.
many keys in music? How many keys in music?
Oh wow. How many keys?
How much you mean including
Accurately.
the half
How many keys you
13?
say the keys? How many keys are in music? How many keys if you're arranging? How many keys in music there? Different
Wow.
keys. People change the keys. How many keys?
13.
Because you're not 12.
Yeah, 12. It's
Well,
actually
okay,
12
take
sounds.
off.
Yeah.
I repeat the first
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Could you play in every key? Could you improvise in every key? Let me give you a trick. The epic Frankie McIntosh and Sil and Shaquille. You know, they used to do people right there. I think they did Alfie Jack that once at that same Coronation Club. And what Dougie said in the center, I played them anytime. When people came there to jam and said they could play, you know what those guys used to do? They used to change the key, and then the person couldn't play.
No,
Well,
you
let me
see.
tell you something. The bass, I could play any key in the bass if it's that you talk, because I'm not a keyboard player. But you play in any key, call a key, flat, sharp,
And I can
both.
not only that, I can tell you,
No,
as somebody who spent time around synthesizers, if you change the key on me, I could change the key
Key
on
on
the
the
synthesizer.
synthesizer. That
But
is what.
gentlemen,
That's the
Anyhow,
that's the point.
gentlemen, no, look,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
We
yeah.
have to stop.
one epic musician that he was just down there coming there. I mean, when Frankie McIntosh comes down there, he's a great person to come and give musical scholarship and the fundamentals of theory and harmony
All
and so.
right, and
I mean, anyhow, gentlemen,
before
it's
you
a breath of fresh air.
before you came on, Julian, before you came on, I did mention that the back page of the Vincentian. If you check out the Vincentian this week, there's an article written about Frankie McIntosh launching a book on the 17th, and that article was written by yours truly. All right, so and
Okay, well, anyhow, guys, thanks a lot.
thank
Thanks
you.
for giving me the opportunity to tune in and voice my opinion. I hope we could have this opportunity to do it again.
Next week.
I mean,
I'm
very
ready for it again next
respectful.
week.
And one thing I like, let us be
I'll be more
respectful and
prepared next week.
forthcoming and be robust.
All right.
We could be robust, we could be rebut, but very respectful because the truth must prevail.
I hear you.
And thanks again for
And not
giving me the
and not
opportunity.
necessarily your truth, the truth.
Don't make it controversial because I think there's merit on both sides. I started off playing by ear.
Exactly.
I started off playing by ear. Now I can't play by ear at all because I went in and I started doing music theory
Well, I play by
and so forth. So
I
it's
play
very,
by
very difficult now for me to go back and play by ear. And this was the
I
problem we
play
had.
all I play
Yeah.
all types of music. I play by
Who's that?
ear.
Who's just talk about playing by ear there?
That's Dr. Leacock.
Dr.
I don't
Leacock.
know why he don't show his face. That
Let
way
me
people
tell you
hear. I
something.
gotta be explaining. Yeah.
That is
Too ugly.
exactly why I didn't enjoy it, because it took away my ears. I mean, you could play any song. I memorize the bass lines. I play the bass line note for note, and I read in. You understand? And then when I started reading in New York, trying to read in New York. Yeah, being respectful. If the paper blow away, I can't remember where I am. I done. That's the enemy. So I like my ears and
No, but
the gift that
playing
God
by
gave me.
ear and playing by music is very fundamental, and it's important it's important to understand the two realms. I mean, because it depends on who you're working with. Because you see, that's why I'm not limited in Montreal, because I'm called by agency to go. They would call me up and say there's a restaurant need 3 musicians, and when I get there, musicians I'm playing with that I never saw before.
We do that too, right, Kyle?
All righty. Yeah, all the time.
Anyhow, guys,
All the
let's
time.
not.
All right. All
Thanks a
right.
lot.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot for having me,
And
guys.
Julian, here's a little piece of my music that I did in tribute to Plumey, whose birthday was this week. Here we go.
Yeah, Plumey, great bass player, Plumey. Yeah. Plumey, I played with Plumey, playing with Arnold McIntosh and Plumey. They
Yeah,
had a group
that's
together,
true.
Arnold, my man, and Sabo. So I mean,
Yeah.
I could go back the whole chronology, and timeline of music. But I mean, I just called in because I was from the big band era when you used to take a song and rearrange it,
I hear you.
and all instrumental, and then we came into the technological era. Because just quickly, some people would tell me about all these rhythms and so going on. I would say no. You remember when the bands had 13 and 14 people? And then you had the congos, the scrapers, the tumbas, all that rhythm was there already.
Synthesizer and drum machine. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when people tell me about these rhythms, no, we had them already there, playing these rhythms. The drum machine just
Oh, I think we
where
lost.
you feel it more coming out.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
All right.
gentlemen, thanks a lot, brother.
One second before you go. This recording is kind of low, but I want you to hear my tribute
Yeah.
to my icon, Mr. Plumey.
Okay, great.
Oh yeah, thank you, Carla.
And believe it or not, that was done mostly on my iPhone.
Wait, wait.
I plug the bass, I plug in the guitar,
But
and
Wait,
and
wait,
it looked good.
on
You
my
got good
iPhone.
comments,
wait,
man, on my
again,
page.
I couldn't the other line. That's Plumy talking.
Wow, which
Yeah,
one is
talking right now.
this is me now. That's Plumey. Plumey is talking and I am talking. Which one you looking at?
Oh, okay. So that okay. I was just listening to Plumy there. Okay, no, I didn't realize it's a Plumy. No, how are you? How you doing, Plumy?
I'm
Okay.
doing good, man. I
Yes,
know
yes.
Okay. Well,
we
Plumy talking. Well, Plumy, you could go back. I mean, with Arnold, you with Arnold, and so
Yes,
Tom
yes.
McIntosh, you used to practice with
yeah,
those guys.
that's right. And in them days,
But Plumy, don't forget,
Julian.
you came in after I was playing music a long time before you.
Oh wow! But it sounds like a personal conversation between you and
No,
Plumey. We
No,
running out of
no,
time.
no, no. But
Yeah.
I start. Well, I don't know how. What I think you probably a little older than me, right?
I'm 73.
Oh, you're in that old. I 72. But I used to play
Oh,
with
well, that's what they
with
told you. I started with symphonies. I started out with Raul Soso band.
I start out with
I was playing in 14.
Mr. Soso was Dougie's neighbor up there. I only remember him as being able to play the bass, the B
yeah,
flat you know.
The double
upright,
bass.
yeah.
Yes, the
Listen,
upright bass.
Oh, yeah.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was there when you brought in the guitar bass, with Bodo. It was the double bass. I was there playing when we had no done Marico Hall, and so it's a little amplifier. The horns didn't have no mics. We playing from 8 o'clock until 12, take 1 hour break, and then come back and play all night again. I am there in Vermont, there Kittels, where if
Yes,
you didn't play good, you got licks.
I see. My
yeah.
All right.
neighbor's grandparent told me that people used to dress on 6 o'clock and go to Georgetown to go to fete. Are you aware of that? You
Look, I used
walk
to
up to
play
Georgetown. Maybe
Scotty.
there's a shortcut over the hills. You used to
Uh,
walk up
and,
to
and,
Georgetown,
and
go to
also
fete, and come back in the morning.
there was one you had to pay one admission. You paid one admission, and but when the band took a break, everybody had to leave, and if you wanted to come back in, you had to pay again.
Yeah,
Another
Yeah,
Yeah,
day.
the
yeah.
yes.
band took a break from for 1 hour and came back,
Mm-hmm. And if you
and
want,
then
if you wanted to get
I
back
was
in,
there. I
Mhm.
was there. Like okay, we at Mesco Marico Hall, all over the place. Down Salvadorian Barrelly. I'm a little boy playing. We took a break, and after that, we went around seeing if we could any nice girls around, and then come back.
Yeah, that people say that was always the criteria. It
Yeah.
all depends. It all depends on who you were talking to in the first session that you might want to go back in to go
Look,
back
you remember a guy called Bougie Fobbs?
in.
He was a trumpeter.
With the miss
And
there.
these guys.
Hey.
That name rings a bell. He was a trumpeter. And so I remember they were playing in Kittels once. When you went to Kittels of Vermont to play, if you couldn't play, the band got licks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, me.
Oh wow. Yeah, the late Pat Prescott told me one time he got stoned in
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. I was there.
he
If
got
you,
stoned in lyric cinema. They said, Pressy, what you playing, man? Play this and play that. He
I
was
played
playing classical music.
at Vermont, and I played
Mm.
at another place there.
Mm.
Guys used to stand up in front of the band and ask you to improvise.
Mm.
Improvise.
Yeah. I remember
That's
I
why
remember one time.
when me I'm still Macintosh. One of the epic things I remember is at the boat ride there with Latinese, with the Frankie Francis Orchestra. Remember Frankie Francis Orchestra out of Trinidad?
No.
No,
No.
I don't
Well, that was
remember
a
that.
big
Yeah.
orchestra.
Mm.
And well, you remember Ron Berridge?
Yes,
Nope.
Okay,
yes.
Frankie Francis. We were playing on a boat ride with Latinese going up on the river
The
there
river.
with Frankie Francis. and it's only me, people, and Sil McIntyre who stood out front and improvised and whipped that Trinidadian band.
Alrighty.
Improvisations.
What?
So I'm telling you that St. Vincent has a history of outstanding musicians who went out there.
Born
St.
natural
Vincent
musicians, you call that, man.
always have a strong tradition. I'm Plumi could tell you in the state of Florida, especially keyboard players, Vincentian keyboard players are in a high demand because
Yeah.
we can handle it all. We can handle all genres. We can handle this is something.
No. Guys, I'm very. I don't sit the defense. No, we cannot handle literally all genres. No. Don't say that, because that word genre, you go into different areas, as like you just said.
I
A
can
lot
tell.
of music is entertainment.
I'm telling you from the experience that I've had in Florida.
And I could tell you that
in
too.
Florida. I sit with as a musician for 16 years. I'm telling you of the experience.
Could I say something there, Julian? Let me tell you
I would
something.
like to put that to the test. I would
It's not
like to
wishful
put that,
thinking
like
at all.
Frankie and Sheen used to put a lot of people to the test.
It's not wishful
Julian,
thinking at all.
Julian, let me tell you, personally speaking, Julian, just because I had to go myself too. Personally speaking, I played a lot of genres right here in Florida. I went on tour to Europe with a Haitian band. I played 2 years with a Hispanic band at a club downtown Fort Lauderdale. I played, and I even know what the girl's singing, but they just like me playing the bass.
Let me reiterate myself. I'm not here to diminish anybody's accomplishments. I know people play a lot out there. I'm talking about profound fundamentals
I
of
hear you.
music.
Listen, man, I just pulling your legs, man. Just
And
go.
then you just told me you don't read.
All right.
And you Plumi, let's not get into this dialogue,
But
because this is for another
Julian,
time.
you got to remember the first musician. The
Pluni,
first. Hold
if
on.
I call you, Pluni,
Hold on.
let me ask you,
Julian, before you ask, hold on. Before you ask, Julian. Before you ask, hold on.
Yes.
The first musician, the very first musician, he didn't know how to read, but that didn't stop him.
Well, you being objective, like I cannot deny
The first
Genesis.
musician.
You subjective.
Julian,
No,
you got,
The man who
stop
wrote
your voice
the
provoking,
first
you know.
music, the man who wrote the first music book, he didn't know how to read.
Pluni, we
The
don't
music
know the man who
continues.
wrote the first music. So don't come with mythology. Don't come. That's mythology.
Julian,
Don't come
don't.
and propagate
Oh
mythology. We
Lord.
do not know the person who wrote the first music. You
I
see,
can
I
o-
am different
I can
from other
only
musicians.
it's somebody with an imagination like mine.
Okay,
Yeah,
imagination.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's a good
I
talk.
can tell you.
Imagination,
All
but
right.
do not propagate
Thank you.
mythology.
Thank you, Julia.
That's musical mythology.
Thank you. We'll catch up.
Plumi, take it easy.
Hey, hey, Julian.
Gentlemen, program is great, and we can have it civic
All
and
right.
I'm
laugh, and
telling
this
you,
is what it's all about.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for
Julian,
calling.
do it again, man.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Mm.
I like
All
this
right.
because you're seeing it from both avenues and perspective. It's a nice discussion, I think. I mean, we enjoying ourselves. I see Carla laughing, and we want you to laugh a little bit too.
And
You know what I mean?
we maintain in the
It ain't that
audience.
serious.
People are still. Let me see what they're saying in the chat. Hold on.
Anyhow,
All right.
Carla, if you want to, if you want to give me a little plug there, if you go on YouTube, I have tons of music,
All right.
saxophone music.
All right.
Some of it is I don't like. Some of it is recorded, some of it is live, and then you could tell the live because the recordings and live you don't get the same essence of it.
All right.
And a lot of it, if you pull up, so
I
I
hear you.
mean,
Well,
if you want to give me if
this
you're
is
going to give
independent.
me a plug there, I would appreciate it. I'm
No
promoting
problem.
myself.
No problem. This is independence. This is Independence Month.
Collectively,
All right.
collectively, thank you, and I appreciate the dialogue, and
Thank
we
you
can have.
too, man. Nice hearing your voice, my
All
brother.
right. Take care. Take care. Thanks.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay.
Take care.
One
Yes.
love.
Yeah,
Okay.
Plumi. Well,
Yes, Carlisle.
time is tight. Time is tight.
Yes,
Once
I know,
again,
I know.
happy
I had
birthday to
fun
you
though.
and congratulations to the boy. Somebody's calling now. When time is tight. Nice radio. Good afternoon. You're live.
Yeah, good day, Carla.
Hey, how you doing?
if you permit me a few minutes of the time, now that you're about to close, let
You're
me
going to turn down your radio, though, please.
let me acknowledge from the beginning. I know not about music. I want to just shift a little bit and to express some disappointment I have. 1979 was a watershed for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if you recall. I think it was in April.
1979?
Yeah, the volcano erupted. Yeah.
And then immediately after that, we had our independence. To date, I have not heard anybody, governmental or otherwise, giving kudos to a band that came out of your hometown called Asterix. And the Herculean effort these guys gave in London, England, and its suburbs in contributing not only to the response to the volcano, but in preparation for our independence. Guys, well, Beckett is internationally known, but I'm talking about fellas like Randy.
Randy.
Ronnie was a guy who used to do the thing on the board and so on, and play a guitar, I think.
You're talking about McDowell, Ronald McDowell? McDowell.
I think so.
Yes.
You
Donnet
had,
Donnet Dopwell. Yes.
Donnet Dopwell.
Yes.
A guy called Paso.
Paso is my cousin, Paso Douglas. He's still around. Yes. I would say good morning, Paso.
Well, I haven't seen
Ike Jeffers and his brother. Yes.
Ike and Wilbur.
And Wilbur, yes.
There was a guy, and he's guy they called Iowata.
Yeah, he played keyboard for a while. Yes. And you see, what one can really appreciate now with regard to that era was the energies and efforts of the then representative, Mr. Woods. You know, I did an article 2 weeks ago on the playing field. Yes, E.T. Woods, I think his name was Arthur Woods. Yes.
I think they used to call him Taffy or something.
Yes,
like that.
he's the one that's that would have, you know, pulled Asterix together, put Asterix together.
The point I want to make is that the politicians of short memories. I haven't heard anybody in the political arena who remember the effort of these guys or move towards recognizing them with some honor or otherwise.
All right. Maybe I'll pull in Donnet next week. Donnet is my partner. We talk from time to time.
Yes.
We'll try and pull in Donnet next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beckett and Frankie deservedly have received something regionally. But I will never forget the input of these guys. There was one guy called Huggy.
Yes.
I understand Huggy just disappeared. Huggan. You had Sanford Bob from Vermont area and so on.
Yes, he too was a vocalist.
I would hope that somewhere, somehow, some politician would remember these guys, along with a group out of Pulse that called Gratitude.
Or the slum mates. Or Sly and the slum mates, yes.
Yes.
And the then junior Calypso King, Fitzy, is it Douglas?
Fitzy, that is my family too, yeah.
Memories we have.
Yes.
Oh, how short memories we have.
But
these guys, in my view, should be elevated to national, however it is, national status. And that shows to me the omission of the government.
All right.
There should be national honors because these guys will qualify immediately. Thank you for your...
Thank you. Somebody just sent me, said the original lead singer for Asterix was John Dare. All right. Thank you, caller. Pumi, boy, it's way over.
Yes, my brother.
So let me thank you for coming. Let me thank you for coming through. And once again, happy birthday to you. And
thank you, my brother. Thank
all
you.
that good stuff. Like I said, the thing, but the doggy want to blame me for it, but I transferred the thing to his computer, but he set the computer not to download, not to download files. So that was the cause of the
But you
stuttering.
still do it. You still get them a little taste.
I
Yeah, that
still
was
give a
nice.
little taste.
Yeah.
All the best to you. And boy, last time you was here, you had the bass live and thing, but we ain't gonna do that this year. you know. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming out. Thanks for
And
coming
thank you
out.
for having me, man. I really
Yes.
enjoyed. We
And
had
that,
fun.
that
Today was great.
and
Very, very great.
thank you for being an inspiration. I
Yes.
tell you, like I tell
Thank you, my
Frankie, like
brother.
if
Thank you.
if I knew that people like you and Frankie use drugs, chances are I would have used drugs as well, because you guys were that influential in my life. Thanks for being a positive inspiration. And let's get a little Plumie to go outside.
I'm
Plumie,
honored, man.
you're whining too hard. How is that? You're whining
Yes.
hard. Yeah, you're
You're
whining
whining
hard.
hard on me.
Yes, you get Plumie.
Oh
All right,
God.
lunchtime. All right, Plumie.
All right, my brother. One love.
Yeah, right, cool.
You whining hard on me, baby. I like to see your body move.
Hi, Bloomy. Hi, puppy.
You whining hard on me, baby. I like to see your body move. You whining.
You're whining hard on me. You're working me body. Girl, you're driving me crazy. Hey,
You whining.
you looking sexy. Behaving rude in front of me. Girl, you know that already.
You whining.
Hi, puppy. Oh, you whining my body.
You whining.
Yeah, puppy. I like the way your hard body on me. Ooh.
You whining hard on me, baby.
Yeah,
I like to see your body
I like
move.
the way your hard body on me.
You whining hard on me, baby. I like to see your body move.
Hard body on me.
You whining.
It's no really must throw away the red flag because tonight I jam in your hard, hard, hard.
You whining.
You're grinding hard on me. I'm feeling real agony. It's the heat in me body. Whoa.
You whining.
Just like that, baby. Your hard body on me. Ooh.
You whining.
You're whining hard on me. Exciting me. You're driving me crazy.
You whining.
Oh, puppy, whine me.
You whining.
Hey, puppy, yeah. Whine in my body.
You whining hard on me, baby.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like to see your body move.
Oh, you whine in my body.
You whining hard on me, baby. I like to see your body move. You whining.
You're whining hard on me. Fulfill my fantasy. Girl, you're driving me crazy.
Hi, puppy.
You whining.
You're looking so sexy. Behaving rude in front of me. Girl, you know that already. Hey.
You whining. You whining. You whining
I am
hard
sick
on
and
me,
loosen
baby.
me. Oh, my what's
I
happening?
didn't know so much.
I see.
Hello.
You whining hard on me, baby.
You like the way you whine in my body? Oh, puppy, whine me.
You whining.
Oh, I see. Hi, puppy.
You whining.
I am sick and loosen me. Oh, me va a hacer venir. I see.
You whining.
Didn't.
I am sick and loosen me.
I was so worthless. LOL.
You like the way you whine in my body? Oh, yeah.
I like to see your body move.
Oh, puppy, whine me.
You whining.
Are we closed now, caller?
Dancing in a disco, dancing to calypso. Crazy West Indian woman, how to embarrass me. Jump out of a corner and started shouting at me. All you men who feel your bright, see you on the floor tonight. You can't whine, you can't whine. Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. Sweating from head to toe. My mind saying, is she a blow? Just then I began to feel right, telling myself I could fight. She say, mister, that's a mistake. I know you just can't make. All you men who feel it right, see you on the floor tonight. You can't whine, you can't whine. Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. I'm feeling shame and I want to run. Crowd gone wild, just stay having fun. She go attack getting stronger, but the whole crowd supporting her. I tried to slip to the doorway, but the woman standing up there. All you men who feel it right, see you on the floor tonight. You can't whine, you can't whine. Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. All you men who feel it right, see you on the floor tonight. You can't whine, you can't whine. Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. All you men who feel it right, see you on the floor tonight. You can't whine, you can't whine. Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. 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 Don't complain your shoes too tight, cause I see you stepping right. You can't whine, you can't whine. You can't whine, you can't whine. You can't whine, you can't whine. You can't whine. You laughing, but mister you fall, we soul, and you can't whine. Hi, you can't whine. You can't whine, you can't whine. You can't whine, you can't whine. You can't whine, you can't whine. You laughing, but mister you fall. You can't whine, you can't whine. I say you laughing, but mister you fall. You can't whine, but Mister, you born, you is old, and you can't whine. You can't whine. You laughing, but Mister, you born, you can't whine. 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 You laughing, but Mister, you're good. You can't whine. You can't whine. You laughing, but Mister, you're good. You can't whine. You can't whine. You laughing, but Mister, you're good. You can't whine. 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 You can't whine.
Met this lovely Dominican on a visit to her island. Telling me her greatest pleasure is to meet and greet a stranger. Stranger man, full of satisfaction. Stranger man, always ready for action. He's either very lonely away from home, or he's a party maniac who wants to roam. Stranger man, that's my kind of man. If you see this Dominican, half Carib, half African, 10 years as a Calypsonian, never met a prettier woman. Stranger man, very romantic. Stranger man, always terrific. Faster than a bullet, he don't waste no time. He always insists on a jolly good time. Stranger man, watch that kind of man. Wrong. I got me regular local man. But rivers. We are very nice to strangers. Stranger man, stranger man, stranger man, full of compassion. Stranger man, stranger man, stranger man, very sentimental. A business executive attending conference who's glad to be away from family problems. Stranger man, love that kind of man. No name, no way, I will love you like from island to island without a red line. Stranger man, not that kind of man. Win what's football and cricket. I check in genius. Or when the West Indies comes to town, I the show stranger man, stranger man, stranger man. I like them athletic. Stranger man, stranger man, stranger man. Very energetic. Look at Sebastian or Thomas Kentish. Stranger man, they just do the introduction. Stranger man, stranger man, stranger, stranger, stranger man, stranger man, stranger, stranger, stranger man, stranger man.
When all is said and done, Jennifer Shiverton's Wholesale remains the one to be reckoned with. It's the place for the best in mattresses in all sizes, upholstery foam for your cushions and seats in all sizes, all types of pillows, toilet tissue, a long range of soft drinks including Futa, Buster, Orchard, canned and bottled Coca-Cola and Sprite, and a Trini fresh orange juice, plus the very best sawfish on the market, all priced to meet your pocket. It's located opposite Greenfinger at Upper Middle Street in Kingstown and opens Mondays to Saturdays, 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. It's the place where quality matters and the price on your side. Jennifer Shiverton's Wholesale. Call 456-2814. That's 456-2814.
Now let's be real. We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right, we cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lanes number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loans, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni bacon.
They've got tomatoes as well.
Pepperoni bacon.
What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple?
Pepperoni bacon.
Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat.
Nope. Pepperoni bacon.
Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies, please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway. Have it your way.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and Billy Ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals. And keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
The present time in St. Vincent and Grenadines, 29 minutes on the downside of 1 o'clock. Time check brought to you with the kind compliments of Games Pharmacy. Open from 7 a.m. until midnight. 7 a.m. until midnight. Yes, you can count on us. Games Pharmacy, 7 days a week. 7 a.m. until midnight, and sometimes later. Games Pharmacy for further information. 529-3482. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Also brought to you with the kind compliments of Accent Dental. Accent Dental, located in Lower Kingston Park, opposite the St. Martin Secondary School. Opening hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. Accent Dental. Thank you for your continued support. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Express Data Systems. Express Data Systems, check them out. Check them out for... I got some new information from Express Data. Yes. The 2875 HP DeskJet Advantage 2875 for only $395 makes an excellent Christmas gift. For your home, for your office. for that student. Yes. Also at Express Data Systems, i5 computers are only $900. Yes. Yeah. Those are only for my listeners, and yeah. You gotta walk in there and tell them you heard about it on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Yeah. A secluded desktop for custom brokers, point of sale desktop, office secretary. Yeah. Tell me heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Check them out also for the there's Versa Max or something. I seen that in the Vincentian. I forget to write it down. Yeah. Also check out Express Data Systems for your Fire Stick. Your Fire Stick entertainment. You stick that in the back of your TV and ooh wee. Express Data Systems 4561128. Tell them of course you heard about it right here in See the View Sound Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Flick Pest Control. Remember, one flick and they're gone. Free on-site inspection in Kingstown and surrounds, and even if you're not in Kingstown and surrounds, you too can benefit from the free on-site inspection, where you pay upfront for the inspection fee, but once you sign up for the service, it gets deducted from your final bill. Flick terms and conditions apply. 457-1857. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale. We deliver. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale for your mattresses, for your pillows, for your energy drinks, for your potatoes and onions, for your pear tracks, for your solo, for your Mountain Dew, for your Nestle low-fat milk and more. Jennifer Cheverton Wholesale, and of course for Three Horses Malt. You can't forget Three Horses Malt. Christmas is coming. 456-2814 is the number to call. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Time Center General Store, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Daswani. 25 years of clock and watch repair in SVG, located in the Ken Mars Mall. 455-6735 is the number to call. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Nai's International Logistics, shipping, packaging, and moving. 3 locations to serve you. New York City, 347-500-9142, Boston, 617-594-2283, or right here in SVG, 784-455-5600. When you can't wait on the barrel, when you need it now, when you don't want to bother your friends and family about, send this and send that, yeah. Nai's International. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Time check also brought to you with the kind compliments of Smart Solutions. Smart Solutions. At Smart Solutions, there's several. Well, I should be coming to you live from Smart Solutions on Tuesday, hopefully. Yes, Smart Solutions specializing in electronic repairs from phones to tablets to laptop and desktop computers, and even some smart TVs. Yes. Special focus on Apple products. 527-9073. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here on City View Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. And of course, to advertise on City View Saturday Show, the number to call is 491-9140. Because it's when you do well, we look good. When you do well, we feel good. Present time in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is 1:34 in the PM. Yes. What a blast. Well, I guess I didn't. Wow. Okay, here we go. All right. I guess I lost Dr. Leacock, and I didn't get Mac and Doug odd today, but by myself. So I might as well take an early pack up and but don't forget this week you have a business place and you want to get in on the around the town deals. I almost forgot. There's a young man I wanted to do a blind for. Yes. Well, a couple of weeks, several weeks now, I've been inquiring about ginger. And every time I see ginger for sale, it's been some dry up old piece of ginger that oh boy, and they cost $10. But I was walking along Bay Street today, outside, and not today, earlier this week, and I walked past fruits and vegetable stands outside of Courts. And I didn't see the ginger. I just asked him I wonder if he had ginger for $10 too. I said, "You have ginger?" He goes, "Yes." Yes. All right. He pointed at it, and I went and picked it up. A nice fresh batch of ginger. I said, "How much is that?" He said, $5. I said, "Boy, because of that, I'm going to give you a blight on Saturday." Yeah. So here's the blight. Yeah, you're looking for ginger? Go outside, outside courts, and the young man is there. He's there probably he's probably there right now. I think almost 24 hours. He's on the day. He's almost 24 on the day. Fresh fruit, including ginger for $5. Tell them, of course, you heard about it right here in Ctview Saturday Show. Tell them Carlisle says thank you. Present time is in Vincent Grand Lead is 1:37. I'm going to hang around and see if Alvin come back, Doug or anybody pop up. I'll be here. In the meantime, Nadia.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. And if you're looking for sexy to throw inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. Sweet like a truly mango and charm, stickiness running down all your hand.
All right, we had somebody was inquiring about Alton Peters. Yeah. Caribbean Pete. Yeah. Caribbean Pete used to teach grammar school as well. Yeah. The roots.
Juiciness, squeeze my honey juiciness. Bumper looking like a apple, bite into the fruitiness. Everything fresh, look at the shelf. When you come late, everything done sell. If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. And if you're looking for sexy to throw inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. All fruits them ripe, coconut with a jelly inside. And if you open your eye, them wide, everything that you like, my things forever in season. Yeah, ready for the squeezing. Oh, juiciness, squeeze my honey juiciness. Bumper looking like a apple, bite into the fruitiness. Everything fresh, look at the shelf. When you come late, everything done sell. If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. And if you're looking for sexy to throw inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. Market good, come for bomb. Your basket full, come for bomb. Why? I am the hottest thing on the shelf. You don't need to tell me, I'll tell myself. If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. And if you're looking for sexy to throw inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market.
Feeling like she from Africa. From Africa. Girl, me see you wind up your bumper. I'm bring that closer to me. Now give me when you push back that thing hard and answer my fantasy. Girl, your body looking good and you put me in a mood. When you wind so good, yeah. Then she ball out, oh Lord. She grab on me thing like, oh Lord. And then then I give she the thing like, hold on, I mash up the place and you know you're whining good. Shimalo, hold on, just give me some time now. Hold on, she want me stop down the wine now. Hold on, but there's something feeling good. I know. And she ball, hola, 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 hola. She ball, hola, 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 hola. She got me there. She ball, hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. She got me there. And she said, hola, hey, tell them hola tunde, hola tunde, tell them hola tunde. Find on the thing I want, stay on the mind I'm on. Anything that you come with, tell them hola tunde. Girl, let me see you with no behavior. Do your business, you see, and pretend you're in front of the mirror. Practice that thing there for me. Girl, your body looking good, and you put me in a mood. When you wine so good, yeah. Then she ball up, hola. She grab on the thing like, hola. And then I give she the thing like, hola. I mash up the place and you know you're whining good. She ball up, hola. Just give me some time now, hola. She want me stop down the wine now, hola. But there's something feeling good. I know. And she ball, hola, 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 hola. She ball, hola, 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 hola. She got me name. She ball, hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 she called me name. And she said, hola, hey, tell them hola tunde, hola tunde, tell them hola tunde. Find on the thing I want, stay on the mind I'm on. Anything that you come with, tell them hola tunde. This girl prettier than a rainbow, smile brighter than daylight. Girl, I want you as a so. I follow you like a daylight. Standing there with your halo, more dangerous than a snake bite. Whenever that I see you, you take away all the stage fright. You say, ooh la la, 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 hey, ooh la la, 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 hey.
Woman, this one is for my Caribbean girls, God, my Trinity girls, Belgian girls. Woman, did you grow up over time? And there's no girls around. Oh Lord, did your festival time? I know girls whining down. Oh, take a look by power by four. So much Belgian girls alone. Take another look down by Belgian girls upon the rampage. No, check out radical. Belgian girls in the beer bacchanal. Tape leaf. Shirt lifters go away. Oh, don't want to see your face today, Lord. Oh, I need a woman by my side. On the road, one who can make me realize. On the road, like I should never lose my pride. On the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. I need a woman by my side. On the road, one who can make me realize. On the road, like I should never lose my pride. On the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. This one is for Canadian girls, New York. This one is for St. Lucia girls, Lord. Picture you down by Thames, and there's no girls like me. No girls like the Cavities, not the hot pop. No girls down Spring Garden. No girls whining, Lord. Thank God it's not slow, and girls will come around. Boy, let me see the girls from the countryside. Oh, I want to see the girls from town. Come on the stage with me, call Lord. I need a woman by my side. On the road, one who can make me realize. On the road, like I should never lose my pride. On the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. road. Them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. This one is for Jamaica girls. Na 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 na. This one is for Antigua girls, Lord. Stand up, woman, baby. Listen now, hear me now. God made Adam first. He was the first man. Then he found Adam was lonely. Preach it, brother. And his companion was Eve, a woman, Lord. Why should I go against myself, thinking this is wrong? Ha. Boom. And it was written in Leviticus. Ha. Man shouldn't lie with man. It's abomination, Lord. I need a woman by my side. On the road, one who can make me realize. Down the road, like I should never lose my pride. Down the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. I need a woman by my side. Down the road, one who can make me realize. Down the road, like I should never lose my pride. Down the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. I need a woman by my side. Down the road, one who can make me realize. Down the road, like I should never lose my pride. Down the road, them girls are pretty, and they keep me satisfied. I need a woman by my side. Down the road, one who can make me realize. Down the road, like I should never lose.
Hello, Agent 0068, Johnny Fontaine speaking. What can I do you for? I mean, what can I do for you? Hold the line. Hello, Agent 0068, Johnny Fontaine speaking. What can I do you for? I mean, what can I do for you? You love your man, but you want a secret agent. I'm a new last one, not a bloody vagrant. You love your man, live with your man, keep your man, but just make me your secret agent. You love your man, but you want a secret agent. I'm a new last one, not a bloody vagrant. You love your man, live with your man, keep your man, but just make me your secret agent.
Baby, baby, me and you just do a thing that nobody don't know. Nobody don't know, no. Baby, baby, when we do it, it's sweet, but nobody can know. Nobody can know.
How you give me the thing you make me say? Oh, my girl, when you fling it on me, you make me say. Oh, how when you give me the thing you make me say? Oh, my girl, when you fling it on me, you make me say. Oh, you love your man and you don't want this thing, but it is a thief.
What do you mean?
Listen, it seems like every time you and him go in the bedroom, something's missing. Him rich by your house is Benzes. He poor, but the difference is he make it up overflow. He can't put you up like when your spurs get expensive. Victoria, keep it a secret. Don't tell Gloria, cash me leak it. That's when the man had to work and the pet get restless. His name when she can't beat it. My friends don't know the situation. Them chat more than radio station. And you know my business broadcast throughout the nation like communication. So, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm your secret agent, baby. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm your secret agent, baby.
Baby, baby, me and you just do a thing that nobody don't know. Nobody don't know, no. Baby, baby, when we do it, it's sweet, but nobody can know. Nobody can know.
How will you give me the thing you make me say? Oh, my girl, when you flick it on me, you make me say.
Alrighty. Don't forget tomorrow. All roads lead to Petit Bedell. All roads leads to Petit Bedell tomorrow.
Kickies come from school around 3:15. The man reach for more from 6:15. Enough time to sneak in and give you a gift. Come up in a plastic like it's your sweet 16. You place get hot if you're 16. If you hear scream when the thing sink in. Like your man tell you on picnic scene. You will come on the body like Vicks when you're 16. Him not run and kiss Christine. Him a bite, him a vampire like Babylon 16. Babylon 16 is a vampire, yeah. Like the tune Bob your secret agent, baby. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm your secret agent, baby.
Baby, me and you just doing things that nobody don't know. Nobody don't know. And baby, when we do it, sing it sweet, but nobody can know. Nobody can know.
How when you give me the thing, you make me say. Oh, my girl, when you fling it on me, you make me say. Oh, how when you give me the thing, you make me say. Hey, oh, my girl, when you fling it on me, you make me say. Oh, Black Heat, Young Johnny Fontaine, 2010, beyond. Mr. Ace, Child. Yep, we in the business.
The phantom DJ come from far away. The alien ET is the man who sent me. He say all people like music, whoa, but somehow they don't know how to jam it. I come down to teach a thing or two, whoa. I show them the right way to rock you. When it comes to rock, I rock your body. Boy, the super job has something for you. The phantom DJ, I shaking them with my fingers, I jamming them down with soca, I rocking them back with rumba. I winding them up with tricky, I rolling them back with samba. When I jam Saturn, the planet nearly burn. Venus and Mars still got music scars. Uranus, Pluto, and Jupiter. Whoa, the Sun and Neptune I don't conquer. Direct from Mercury I came to it. Whoa. So that my music could hit fader. When it come to rock, I'll rock your body. Boy, the super job has something for you. The phantom DJ, I shaking them with my ringy, I jamming them down with soca, I rocking them back with rumba. I wanging them up with tricky, I rolling them back with samba. My dream is one day to rock the Milky Way and spread my magic from space to Atlantis. That's why I feel it's imperative that all you earth people get my message. Cause when I control and they unsee, I'm gonna jam down the galaxy. When it comes to rock, I'll rock your body. Boy, the super job had something for you. The phantom DJ, I'm shaking them with my finger, I'm jamming them down with soca, I'm rocking them back with rumba. I'm winding them up with reggae, I'm rolling them back with samba. I'm jamming them down with soca, I'm rocking them back with rumba. I'm winding them up with reggae, I'm rolling them back with samba. I'm jamming them down with soca, I'm rocking them back with rumba. I'm shaking them with my reggae, I'm jamming them down with salsa.
Alrighty. It's time for me to get up off of this chair and get on out of here. It's been my pleasure being at your leisure. Me thank all those who would have who would have locked on, especially the ones who would have gone on the Facebook. If you notice that we are enhancing our advertising experience with video commercials from advertisers.
Electric operator.
Hello. This is the
It's been my pleasure being at your leisure. BDS Sound Flashes up next. Thank you for hanging out.
Are you E.T. the extraterrestrial?
No, I'm E.T. Emily Thomas.
Emily Thomas. I'm jamming them down with soca, I'm rocking them back with rumba. I'm winding them up with reggae, I'm rolling them back with samba. I'm shaking them with my reggae, I'm winding them up with salsa. I'm jamming them